Hey, Miss Philadelphia. Hey, allegedly. Hey, J.R. Black. Hey, Tropical Punch Kool-Aid. How y'all doing? Hey, Monroe, Lisa Girl, Katila, Demetrius, how you doing? Crafts and House, how you doing? Hey, everybody. Thank you guys for joining me. Memphis T on the right side. How you doing? Clyde, how you doing? Up to you. That's a long name. Miss Pretty Things, how you doing? It immediately caught my eye. Well, anyway, guys, how you guys doing today? Happy Hump Day. Happy Wednesday. I figured I'd come on for a while and hey, Purple Kitten, Just Net, how you doing? So we can discuss some things. I hadn't been on here since I did that long live on. I think it was Saturday. I did a long live and well, it wasn't even my live. Okay, honestly, it was other people's lives. It was y'all please hit the like button on your way in the door if you don't mind. Thank you so much. Please hit that like button, child. Anyway, so y'all hadn't been on since Saturday. I did that long live. Hey, Cocoa Puffs. Like I said, it wasn't even my live. It was like Lady Tia T-shirts and designs live and Brandy's live and Bomb Cherry's live. If y'all hadn't seen that live, it was real good. I enjoyed it. Queen Martinez, how you doing? Cocoa Puff, if I didn't say that, I don't know if I said it or not. Liz, I think I didn't say Liz. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Pastor Roach, how you doing? Since wearing my Roach prayer towel, I found 2 chicken nuggets and three. Okay, Purple Kitten, the Sun Goddess, how you doing? Naima, Miss Jones, how you doing? Anyway, like I said, I want to pop on. Y'all hit the like button and talk about a few things with you guys today. Okay, because I felt like I had something to say. Okay. I done went down a rabbit hole a little bit. Before I go down the rabbit hole any further, I said, let me get this out. I'm gonna talk about it. But before we get to that, how you doing? Paulette Waters, Robbie on the Reels, how you doing? Y'all hit the like button, please. Anyway, Uh, well, let's start with the beef sector, right? Because really, it's nothing much has been going on that I've seen. Sugar Plum, how you doing? Just pretty much the same old, same old. I got a good kiki yesterday because y'all know, even though I'm not on, I'm still, being a subscriber. I'm a bush dweller, if you will, or I be in the clouds, and ain't no telling where I'm gonna drop down, And the first thing I saw, I got a good kiki yesterday morning, when child, I clicked on the Holy Walking, what did Duchess Kelly Love call her? Holy Water Watkins over there, and she was going off. She was all in a tizzy about she thought it was a ghost in the machine. Child, y'all remember that movie, A Ghost in the Machine? Child, she thought it was a ghost in her computer. Um, she couldn't figure out how Ronnie Q or Sir King or somebody got a picture of her in her bedroom. You know what I mean? And she was like, "Ooh, they're watching me through the camera. They're watching me through the camera, child." Come to find out, come to find out, Ronnie Q said she had took a screenshot of a video that Holy Water was over there doing. She took the screenshot because she was in her bedroom. She couldn't figure out why she was up against the wall and using the bed, I guess, for her computer desk or whatever. And I guess she got a good kick out of that. But Watkins was over there all in a tizzy. She didn't know what was going on, and I got a good kiki out of that. I was like, oh my God, is she okay? Child. But anyway, come to find out, well, anyway, that's what Ronnie Q said. She had took a screenshot of the video that she was doing. You know what I mean? That she couldn't figure out why she was up against the wall. And but evidently, come to find out, from what I gather, now I really don't think she thought it was a ghost. But now she said, now she could have, but she said that evidently she had looked at one of iBabe's videos, and iBabe was saying something about how you can spy on somebody else's computer or something like that, or something was going on, right? So maybe she was in a tizzy about that. I don't know. Y'all know she still can't figure out how to drop her link on her phone. But she was talking about me when I had Geechee Girl and I believe it was the lady Tia over here. I didn't know how to drop the link either at first on the phone, but I'm a quick study. Once I got a hold to it, I got it. You know what I mean? And so um this for just Lord, y'all a mess down there. And but anyway, she still ain't caught on to that yet, or either she ain't comfortable. Y'all know it take her a while, but whatever, child. But anyway, I got a good kiki out of that. But come to find out, as I keep looking at videos, I don't know who video. I think it was maybe Duchess Kelly Love video that I saw after that, and he had Ronnie Q up there, and she was saying, how she got the picture and everything. It was no ghost in the machine; it was simply a screenshot, and that that thing about the bed, and but what I gather, the real reason why she was over there tripping out, y'all, is because now she ain't that loop de loo where she think somebody's spying on her room, or somebody took the picture. They had to be in front of my bed to take the picture and all this and all that, right? I think she felt the way because evidently Ronnie Q and one of the ventriloquist dummies over there was pretty much roasting her real good on Sir King's panel, and so I guess she wanted to throw people off from that. I don't know. I'm hoping that it was just a big deflection from the fact that she got roasted over there so bad or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm hoping it's what that was. I'm hoping she really didn't think she had a ghost in the machine, like for real, right? Hey, True Black Cheetah, how you doing? And so I'm hoping that's what that was. Now, if she really thought somebody was spying on her or a ghost in the machine or something like that, I'm like, I just have to shake my head. But I got a good kiki out of that, y'all. So that was very that was very entertaining. You know what I mean? And so, what else did I see? Oh, I got back on YouTube. I got off for a while. I got back on YouTube again. Last night after that, I saw another live going on to where you have to really peaceful lady, how you doing? Precious, how you doing? You really have to Kim, how you doing? I was looking at a video and I saw a content creator questioning a subscriber about something that was going on in the comment section of another content creator in defense of another content creator. I was like, when do we start questioning subscribers about where they go and whose chat they choose to drop down in? Not only who chat they choose to drop down in, not necessarily, but what is being said in the comment section. And I'm thinking like, and she was questioning the subscriber, and then honey, the subscriber was really up there explaining herself, and the girl said, I didn't do that, I would never do that. And then she just doubled down on it. I know what I saw, I know what I saw. I was like, oh my God, if she said she didn't do it, she didn't do it. And you ain't nobody, the only look, you ain't her mama. And I don't know why that the subscriber didn't cuss her ass out, but it stands the reason. I mean, and then there's no wonder why, we got a whole lot of controlling spirits around here. You know what I mean? You can't tell grown people what to do or where to go, right? That's what I'm thinking. And but to question somebody is a comment that they put in the comment section. And sometimes the comment section will go so fast to where you'll think you see something that you really don't see. But after the girl got up and said, I didn't do this, I didn't talk about nobody, I didn't talk about her, she should have been like, okay. She doubled down on it. I was like, I would have cussed her out and moved it right along, child. Who are you? YouTube is free. Find you somewhere else to go, child. But anyway, ooh, I saw that. What else I saw? Really nothing after that. I was pretty much grossed out after that. Oh, I watched a little bit of Jay Wilson. That was what it was over there. I see Cookie Monster been going off on a couple, for a couple of days. Cookie Monster been going off. I think she live right now, but she been going off for a couple of days. Going against a couple of people in her section of the, one section of the black sector. And when you say black sector, you got to realize that Okay, let me start right here. The other day, I had to click Cookie Monster's link because they was talking about this guy over there in their section of the black sector. Now we know that all of this is the black sector, where predominantly black people dwell. One section is the B sector. Now you got a section over there that they call the black sector, but that is not the entirety of the black sector. And in that side over there, where Cookie Monster is into it with those people over there, I had never heard about some of those people until I did that video about Jay Speaks and Madiva and all of them. Hey, mind your own purple kitten. How y'all doing? Hey, everybody, once again, y'all please hit the like button, right? So I had never heard of some of these people. Like I had never heard of the ZX man. She been going off on him for a couple days, and whoever else is in his camp, as well as the Jazzy person and the Lady Lie person. I had never heard of them because that section of the black sector. Now I had heard of course, Cookie Monster, and Clyde Diva. I had heard of them, right? And Uncle Sugar, I had heard of him too. But it's hey, look, Black. As far as some of those other people, I hadn't like that ZX guy. I had never heard of him, right? So anyway, because I can't, I look, I can't be everywhere at all time. I can't be all things to all people, and I don't hear everything just like everybody else. Just like a lot of people don't sift around and hear everything, right? So she was up on the panel talking about that guy, and that guy, the first time he dropped in my chat. Now, mind you, I had never heard of him until he dropped down in my chat. Those guys come, yeah, they come from the Nature Boy sector, right? This is where I met. Hey, Jay Wilson, how you doing? Get right or get left. How you doing? And so that's why I like it too, the Nature Boy sector, right? Because when I was talking about the Jay Speaks, in the Madiva situation, I did a video on that, right? And that's the first time I had seen that guy drop down in my chat. First time I seen him drop down in my chat. The Jazzy person dropped down in my chat. You know what I mean? There's a couple other people dropped down in my chat. I had never heard of these people before, right? And so evidently, he wanted to come. I lit him up on my link one time. I didn't know what he was about. Like I said, I never been to his channel before. And then after that, who is this Jazzy? He or she came on my channel. I did not know who she was or what she was talking about. Her name is Jazzy. Hey, Tracy. Her name is Jazzy, Jazzy something. What is the name of her channel, y'all? But anyway, she's from over there. She's friends with Cookie Monster. From that section of black YouTube, right? The black sector, what they're calling the black sector, right? And but like I said, some of those people, sprouted their wings over there in the Nature Boy sector, right? And so anyway, and I haven't heard of some of them either, right? And so, like I said, all that went on. First time I seen that guy, let him up on my panel one time. And after I let him on my panel one time, then it's when people start saying, he ain't no good. He just that and other. He disrespect women. Blah 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 blah. Sugar honey, I see how you doing. And like I said, I still have never to this day went to the guy's panel. And so after that, hey Miss B, after that, I don't know what happened, but I didn't let him up on my panel anymore, and I blocked him out of my chat, right? And the reason why I blocked him out of my chat, wasn't because they were saying he was doing all this trouble and all this and all that. Because, like I said, I don't know, these people, but they said that he made a very derogatory video about me, and he's not the only one, mind you. I don't know these people, right? And so, but I never went to check it out because I don't care. I don't know you. I don't beef with you. You're not in the beef sector. So whatever, you know what I mean? Okay. so, and so, hey, viewers of you. And so, and so, like I said, but the reason why I don't know a lot of these people, like that guy, okay, so I blocked them out, right? And then after that, now a couple of days ago, I don't know what brought it about, or maybe a couple of weeks ago, because y'all know um I've been very sporadic in my doing my lives or whatever, right? Because I'm trying to live my life, right? So he popped up in my chat again. Now this is after they said he made a very derogatory video about me. I don't know nothing about this man. This man don't know nothing about me, right? And so He start popping down in my chat again. I seen him. I didn't block him immediately because I want, sometimes you got to sit back and watch, right? So he dropped down in my chat again. Then I heard that he went and made another derogatory, or made some derogatory comments about me and Fi Babe, or whatever. I don't know what the hell's going on with that, because I heard he was in her chat too. What I mean? I don't be checking for nobody in whoever chat. That ain't none of my business. But anyway, I blocked him again, right? So so the other day, getting back to Cookie Monster, she was doing her live, and they've been going at it real tough for a couple of days, right? And so my name was mentioned, and they was like, yeah, and I seen him in Olivia's chat. I think Seven Stars said that or something like that. She said he was, she had, been over there, and I guess she was listening to something, and she noticed that he had been in my chat again, right? Now, a couple of days prior to this right here being said, I had blocked him on my chat for the second time for what I just told y'all about, right? Because like I said, all you gotta do is sit back and watch. Now, for me, I've been around here for a long time. If you belligerent, I don't have to go to your channel. If you belligerent, if you making a video, a derogatory video about me, and we ain't never had no back and forth, I'm not in your world. I'm not on your channel, and I don't know nothing about you, right? I'm just gonna back out the door slowly and close the door behind me, right? So I blocked him again. So I jumped on there when they said that on Cookie Monster's panel and told her, like, look, I don't know nothing about this man. Yes, he was in my chat again, but I had to block him again, right? So I don't know if this dude is clout chasing or he just got some kind of mental issue. You know what I mean? But I don't know nothing about these people, right? Pastor Rope said, I peeped out the black sector and they are very extreme over there. They will go beyond doxing over there. Well, see, now, here's the thing about it. When you say the black sector, the people in the black sector that are mostly talked about over here in the beef sector are the people like Cookie Monster and Clyde Diva and whoever else. You know what I mean? Like the Jazzy maybe, or maybe even the ZX guy. Now, see, the part of the black sector, the other part of the black, we know all of this is the predominantly black sector, include the beef sector included, right? But the part I used to frequent over there, and you can't put them all under one umbrella. Like I would put these ZX people under the Nature Boy umbrella, right? But if you go a little further along, you got the Sinetta sector, i.e. the conscious sector. But the part that I used to be involved with was the part where you have like your Cynthia G's, you have your Black Manosphere. Y'all know some of y'all know I've been battling it out with Taz and Nyla says for years, forever. You know what I mean? And that's the part that I am mostly familiar with. But I am not familiar with the Vic Damones, if you will, or the ZXs or the Lady Laws or the Jazzy. I'm not familiar with these people. So when you see me not going back and forth with them, it's because I know nothing about them. We don't have no beef. I never made a video about you. I never conversated with you. I never been on your channel. I don't know who you are. Do you see what I'm saying? So, but like I said, yeah, the part of the black sector, when I leave over here and I say I'm going back to the black sector, that means I'm going over there to battle it out. Well, like I said, with the Cynthia G's or the Black Manospheres or the that part. You know what I mean? And so I don't know nothing about them people. Like I really don't. I'm not gonna lie. You know, and the only reason why I know about that Clyde Diva is I mean, she was doing so much over there, but it kept leaking into other spaces. Do you see what I'm saying? And so and then I really don't even didn't know that much about her. So when she first started popping up over here, when they tried to lift her up over here, the reason why I went and got Cookie Monster, and it was Cookie Monster and somebody else I went and got, and they was telling us about what was going on with that chick before she self-destructed, is because I really don't know that much about her. You know what I mean? And I don't care to. That's not my lane over there. Hey, Brand. Hey, Seven says, we do a lot of roasting and gagging over here. That those people are in the black sector legit want to kill each other. I'm good. Absolutely. I done seen some of the stuff and it's a lot going on. But like I said, that is not the part, the section of the black sector, if you will, that I am familiar with. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't know them people. So anyway, I just hit the link and told her, look, I ain't even never been to this man's channel. You know what I mean? And so, and I guess he found my channel because I was talking about that Jay Speaks, Mediva, and all of this here and all of that third, right? And then if you notice that sometimes people with like say the Nature Boy sector, I'm gonna use that as an example, right? Um uh Tracy said Clyde is trash and ZX is cool. Well, I mean, anybody that's talking about me and I don't talk about them because I don't know them, they ain't cool with me. Hey, Ronnie Q, I just got through talking about you, girl. Why are they called the black sector? I don't know. All this when you have technically, if it's a group of predominantly black content creators speaking on one another, it can be considered the black sector as well as the beef sector. It's predominantly you have a predominantly black a group of content creators and a predominantly black audience. I mean, it's all considered the black sector technically. You know what I mean? So the beef sector is included, the black sector, if you will, or woke sector, as well as the conscious sector, nature boy, all of that. Technically, it's just different sections. You know what I mean? And me and Cookie met over there when she was going back and forth with Nyla and Taz, and I was going back and forth with Nyla and Taz too. That's how me and Cookie met, and we were talking about a situation with them allegedly scamming Bayou Bunny and a couple of other women, Bayou Bunny and as well as it was a whole kerfuffle. So last year, we had this thing called I think it was the April 1st massacre or something like that, and Cookie Monster led the charge, and a lot of us had her back, and it got so bad that I was doxxed once again over there by Nyla and Taz, and they start calling me and Cookie the Steel Reserve Sisters. I didn't even know what the hell Steel Reserve was. They called me the Steel Reserve Sister. I don't even know why they was calling us that. But I was in Walmart one day and I saw, you know how they have the displays and stuff. I saw a beer display or malt liquor display, and it had Steel Reserve 211 on it, honey. And that's how I found out what Steel Reserve was. I was like, oh my God, I never would I ever. But anyway, so yeah, and so it's a lot going on. But anyway, that ain't my lane over there. You see what I'm saying? My thing is, if he had beef with Cookie, why take it out on you? He supports us. So I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about the origin of their beef. I don't have nothing to do with it. I don't windmill for nobody. I'm over here in my own lane, and we all know that. Do you see what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know them people. But anyway, I just want to mention it to y'all because I found it. And the reason why I want to mention it, y'all please hit the like button. Thank you. It's because sometimes when you have something like that, say go back to the Jay Speak situation. It started with the Jay Speak situation, right? And then I had knew Mediva, not know her, but I had clicked on her videos. She's like she said she had clicked on mine, but it was about Nature Boy stuff, right? And like I said, but all them other people, I don't know them people. I used to watch her Nature Boy videos, but they pretty much decimated their own little section when it comes to that Nature Boy conversation. They started canceling each other out because they started beefing with each other. Now, first they was doing videos against Nature Boy, you know what I mean? And I guess it got slow and they start turning on one another, right? So they darn near decimated they own little section, right? And so, Pastor Roach said, I'm staying at a ZX Cookie and Jazzy B. It sounds very personal. I don't have nothing to do with it. I wouldn't even I don't get in nobody beef. You know what I mean? So, whatever they got going on, whether it's personal or honey, it don't have nothing to do with me. The man was twerking around in my chat a couple of times that I had to block him out for a second time. That's it. That's all. I'm cool with Cookie. You know what I mean? That's my girl. Like I said, we got history in the black sector that I know about. But as far as the other stuff they be doing over there, trying to cancel each other out, that's on them. They ain't got nothing to do with me, child. I don't have time to. No. Okay, just no. That ain't my world. But anyway, I just want to mention it because I found it interesting. Like I said, the reason why I want to inter, talk about that is because sometimes say we was talking about the Jay Speaks and the Mediva came over and she said her part about Jay Speaks. We was trying to learn what was going on with the Jay Speaks, right? So from that, Um. Oh, really, Tracy? That wasn't you? Tracy said, Olivia. Now I know this is Tracy right here. Tracy said, Olivia, I blocked the troll page. SD ZX was cool. That said ZX was cool and Cloud was trash. It wasn't you. Well, let me go back up and block it too. Thanks, Tracy, because I didn't know. I didn't know. Y'all know these trolls are coming here and I don't know who is who. And so is Tracy, was that you that says I'm gonna switch pages and Olivia? Is that you, Tracy? Or is that the page I need to block? Hold on, let me go back up. I can't even tell. I'm just getting to know. Hold on. That's a troll. Okay, Tracy said that's a troll page. Hold on a minute. Let me try to find it. Thanks for telling me that, Tracy, because I had no idea. Oh, this one right here is the troll page. Okay, so let me block it. Okay. Okay. Oh, then I scroll back up. I didn't see this. It says, we want to kill each other as well. Talking about something over here. I don't want to kill nobody. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, I don't know these people. I don't want to kill you. I don't want to dox you. I don't want to do none of that. I don't care. I ain't got time to worry about you more than you worry about me. Some people got too much time on their hands. And so, okay. Tracy, did I get them? Just block the page that said Clyde D was trash. Okay, I did, Tracy. I did. I just blocked that page. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I just blocked that one. I hope I got it. That's me just mentioned. That's you that mentioned killing. Yeah, I won't kill nobody. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't see nobody worthy of me doing jail time over on YouTube. Like I really just don't. And I will verbally assassinate your ass, and some folks will get in their feelings and do whatever. But other than that, bye bye. That's it. That's all. Jim Church said, Jane Gray. Unless you finally changing them. Lord. But anyway, let me tell y'all why I brought that up. I brought that up real quick. Y'all hit the like button, okay? I brought it. The reason why I brought it up because sometimes people will come over to your section. Like I said, we had that whole discussion that started with Jay Speaks, but Diva came over, some other people came over, and their drama spilt over here. You know what I mean? But it started about Jay Speaks and a whole lot of other stuff start coming into fray. You know, you can go down that rabbit hole. Me myself, I didn't want to go down that rabbit hole. I don't know nothing about them people, right? And so, but the reason why they do that is they done decimated their sector, right? Hey, Jennifer, Jenny, they done decimated their sector, but they would get mad at you coming over here. They'll start out with the topic that you're talking about, but they will let that lead. But then they would try to incorporate their old beefs into what you're talking about over here. Do you see what I'm saying? And I don't like that. They would get mad at you, and maybe that guy got mad at me because I wouldn't start talking about what he had going on. You know, maybe with a Clyde Diva or a Cookie Monster or whoever, right? And then some people would get mad at you because you won't talk about their beef. I don't care nothing about your beef. Do you see what I'm saying? And so, I don't get that. People would get mad at you because you're not mad about their beef, and they really don't care what you talking about on your platform, or the way your beef's done, not beefs, but the way your commentary is centered, because they want to turn it around into what they talking about in their beef and the people that they like to beef against. They really each other's fan. So they want you to talk about you, the outside person, and they want you to talk about what they got going on. I cut that stuff short on my channel because that ain't my problem. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm not talking about what's going on in your section because I don't know nothing about your section, number one. And number two, I'm not interested. It don't have nothing to do with the B sector. It's just that our sections collided because of one mutual person. And at that point in time, that Jay Speaks, that was a mutual person. Then the Clyde Diva was a mutual person at one point in time. And but they let all this other stuff start seeping in, and I cut it off at that. And that is the reason why I jumped on Cookie Monster's like, I don't know nothing about this dude. I ain't even never been to his channel. Because it's the truth. I don't know nothing about him. I don't want nothing about him. I got my own stuff going on. Okay. So anyway, I said I'll let to say that, y'all. Don't let these people start to intertwine what we got going on over here with what they been had going, their personal beefs or whatever they got going on over there. Because what they want to do, what it would do, it will usurp your talking points. You know what I mean? It will that stuff start to seep into what you got going on. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. It's crazy. It don't make no sense. And some stuff, then we, we do what we do over here in the beef sector, right? Don't nobody need no extra stuff from a whole other section, trying to ingratiate themselves with the stuff we already got going on over here. Handle your beefs in your part over there. Because I don't care, me in particular. Now, some people may care, but I don't care. And I'm going to cut it off on my channel. So, anyway, I want to mention that. But that's pretty much, I guess, all the beef sector content that I want to talk about. You know what I mean? Don't come over here thinking I'm gonna care about what you got going on somewhere else, because I don't care. It ain't none of my business. I got enough of stuff going on for my own self. You see what I'm saying? I don't care what kind of beef you got going on. I don't care if you rip each other heads apart. Not my world, not my problem. Move right along, right? So next thing I want to talk about, I try not, I refuse to go down that rabbit hole. You know what I mean? And so I want to mention it to y'all. Right, it's too much to keep up with anyway, right, Sheba? I'm not finna go back and do no research on something that I don't have nothing to do with. I ain't got that kind of time. I don't want to make that effort. And number three, I don't give a damn. Okay. And so anyway, but I just want to mention it because when you say black sector, a lot of people don't realize that the quote unquote black sector is vast. You can go from the beef sector over here to that part over there with them people that are talking about the nature boy sector over there. Then you got the part I was talking about with the black manosphere and Cynthia G. That's the black section that I'm familiar with. And then the conscious sector with Sinetta and what's his name, Young Pharaoh. Oh, have y'all heard about Young Pharaoh? Mr. The Black Woman is God. Child, I heard that Young Pharaoh done left his wife, and he done left his wife for the Anglo babysitter. I guess the black woman ain't God no more, huh? Child, Oh, what do we got going on in my chat? Get right, get blocked. Don't ever address me. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me go back up and see what's going on. Angelica, mind your business. My statement was about Tracy. I'm not a troll. It's called freedom of speech. Just because someone doesn't like your opinion doesn't make you a troll. Huh. Anyway, I hope y'all worked that out. Because I don't know exactly what's going on. But anyway, let Trina know I'm in the dark too. I hope she's doing well. I don't know what that's about. Oh, Trina Turk said you lying, Miss Olivia. He got with the Anglo woman. Yeah, he did. Yeah. That's what they're saying. They say he done left his wife. And he went with the Anglo babysitter. I guess the black woman ain't got no more, huh? now when we talking about that part of the black sector, we talk young Pharaoh, King's meat honey. Now I gotta watch some more videos, but yeah, now I seen going down my timeline, I see the video that his wife did, and on the thumbnail she crying, and all this and all that, right? He ain't no different, but I wasn't even surprised. He ain't no different from what is his name? That's the same thing old boy did. Oh, what is that? Not young. The skinny one used to be with Sinetta and them over there. Should I had his name? He had all them wives. He had like 3 or 4 wives or something like that. Not even Nature Boy. Shoot, I can't think of his name. Anyway, he got with that Anglo woman. Not Umar. Shoot, I can't think of his name. Exactly. I was watching Young Pharaoh. And Golden Beauty. Go with it. He has totally changed. Well, yes, Brother Polite. Thank you, Jessica. That's the same thing Brother Polite did. Sure is. He did the same thing. Sure did. And and then no, not to, well, Tariq Ben had his wife is non-black. You know, his wife is non-black, but he's supposed to be pro-black. You know, all this and all that. You know, his anti-black woman. You know, Tariq Nasheed is. You know what I mean? And so yeah, I think Tariq Nasheed's wife is like Hispanic or something, or some kind of some type of Latino or whatever that is. But that's who Tariq Nasheed is married to. Same way is what's his name? Yeah, you know, like Polite done went to the wayside. But I knew young Pharaoh was going left when he was doing all that commentary being pro Trump. I knew he had started going left then. You know what I mean? And so yeah. Yeah, they supposed to be so woke. Okay. Exactly. But me, my stance is they never change. But it is what it is. But they got a gift for gab. You know what I mean? And that's why they got so many followers. But like I said, I knew young Pharaoh started changing when he became a Trump supporter. You know, and he started kissing the butt of all those militia groups and stuff like that. She Latino, okay, thanks Sheba. And so yeah, he started going left then. You know, and I sit back and watched him, and so now he done left to but let Serena get it with a white man, and those dudes have a whole meltdown. I mean, they pushed her away. They pushed Serena to that. Serena Rife is half black, has a Jewish mother. Is that right? She don't look like that to me. I'm not even gonna lie. She looked Latino to me, but she might. I don't know. But anyway, he's a fucking hypocrite. He is anti-black woman. All right, if you listen to his rhetoric, I don't pay no attention to Tariq Nasheed because first he came out. He came out wrong to me. You know, he did that book about how to be a pimp and all of this and all that. So when you coming out like that years ago, your pimp chronicles or whatever, then you go into pro blackness. That means you just, you clout and money chasing. You got to give for gab. It is what it is. So I don't believe nothing that he say. I am not impressed by Tariq Nasheed. Just let me say, okay. And so that part of the sector is very cult like. I try not to get too deep into it. But anyway, so yeah, that's what's going on in Pharaoh right now. That just popped in my mind because I said they're about the conscious sector. God, why these people calling me? Anyway, I know my sign. Y'all hit the one if y'all can hear me, okay? You know, I always get a call when when I'm in the middle of doing a live, okay? Seven said they all anti-black women. Umar claims he love black women but won't take on a black wife. That you know what? Umar, Lord Umar, thanks for letting me know y'all can hear me. I think somewhere Umar done had some kind of mental break. I don't know what's going on with that fella, but he looks really undone to me these days. So, child, Sheba said, "Your Pharaoh wife, said he used to be online preaching about preaching about the black family while she was in the other room crying her eyes out. Wow, is that what she said, Sheba? Wow, child, you really got to. You know what? They ain't nothing but they done took the church from out of the church and put all them pimping pastors online. You know, they're just a modern day version of the pimping pastors, okay? And so I'm not Latino, Liz. And that whole Latino Hebrew thing, that's a discussion for another day. That's not me. You know, my ancestry is African. That's what I am. And so now Kwame versus did you say Kwame versus Hassan? Yeah, I had looked at a little bit of that. I think Hassan Campbell I'm thinking he's feeling Kwame on a level that's not philosophical. So he's just throwing love licks at Kwame. That's what I think about that. Okay. Woo! Child. Seven said Tariq is crowdfunding to obtain a lot for a museum for $1 million. Do what now? For $1 million. So far he's made 70K. He said he will need 7 million to complete the project. Well, all right, Mr. Tariq Nasheed. But at least he ain't saying he gonna build the school like and I really think Umar Johnson really wanted to build that school at one point in time. You know what I mean? And so, child, yeah, they've turned Umar into a joke. He has gone viral for how dumb he be sound. I think that his mentals got skewed. A long time ago. I don't know what happened, but and so it's just bad to see what's done happen to Umar Johnson. Like I really had hope for him. Like I really did. Pimping the black race. That's all she, but that's all. You know what I mean? Hassan is creepy. Yeah, he's very creepy. No, they didn't finish the school. No, Yeah, he did. He didn't ever finish the school. And he was about to get the financial backing of an NBA player, right? But he got caught up in a scandal with a stripper. And they was calling her a conscious stripper, and so the NBA player backed out of backing him via funding for that school. That's what happened with that. Like I said, you know, so it was unfortunate. You know what I mean? And so yeah, by 7. And so anyway, yeah, Lennon Honor, he been on Umar Johnson for years. I don't know what happened originally between Lennon Honor and Umar Johnson, but child, uh-uh, uh-uh, uh-uh. Anyway, I saw that. So let's get on. I think I got veered off by the young Pharaoh thing, didn't I? But I was just like, oh, what? Child? Mm-mm. Yeah, Hassan, he ain't got all his shit together either. Mentally. Oh, that was a lie. He used the story to condemn the stripper. Oh, they said it was a lie? Really? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Hey, Cloud. Hey, Cloud. Anyway, y'all, let's talk about what I want to talk about. So the title of the video, Umar never had backing. It was a fake story too? My God. Jesus, I thought that was real. Goodness gracious alive. I signed with his greasy face. Ooh. HC is making NYC look bad. HC. Who is HC, Cloud? Oh, Hassan Campbell. Okay, I got you, Cloud. I got you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, Hassan, I tell you, he just is, I don't know. I don't know. He started out strong. I started out feeling sorry for him with that whole Africa Bambaataa situation, which I absolutely believe happened. But it'd be a lot going on with Hassan. It'd be a lot going on with Hassan Camp. It'd be too much, too much, too much, too much. I remember a couple of years ago, it was this whole scandal with him meeting one of his supporters, and supporters were supposedly gay and all of this and all of that. There's a lot going on, you know. And so yeah. But anyway, move right along, y'all. Move right along. Let's get to what I want to talk about. So y'all know for years, ever since the is it, am I don't want to say anything else about Young Pharaoh, not right now. Um I was trying to think of something else. Did I have something else to talk about? But anyway, y'all know some of y'all that have been with me for a while, and let me hurry up. Know that every once in a while I will fall down the Kenneka Jenkins rabbit hole, right? So uh I heard, I guess last week maybe, that and I'm sure a lot of you have heard. Hit the one if you have not heard about Kenneka Jenkins, right? If you don't know nothing about the Kenneka Jenkins case, hit the one, right? But I'm sure all of you, or most of you, have heard about Kenneka Jenkins. Kenneka Jenkins was a young black woman, and she died. Her body was found in a and there is also a Kenneka Jenkins sector. What's left of it? Cause so how long can you talk about how long can you talk about Kenneka, right? Just is what it is, right? And so anyway, she was found dead in the freezer after a hotel party, right? So for years, a lot of us have been going down Yeah, she's from Chicago. Yeah, and she died. She died in a hotel. They found her body in the freezer. Right, that young teen died in the freezer in Chicago. Yeah, that's her, Kenneka Jenkins. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Right. So, like I said, for years I have been going down the rabbit hole, the Kenneka Jenkins rabbit hole, and crawling and pulling myself back up out of it. Do you see what I'm saying? So something caught my eye the other day about the Kenneka Jenkins situation. Now, if you remember this, the if you guys are up on the commentary with Kenneka Jenkins had a couple of friends that she went to a hotel party. Now, this is outside of Chicago, Illinois. She went to a hotel party with some of her friends. She was driving her mom's car. One of her friends, we're gonna talk about it, L. The name of one of her friends was Shamaya Winder. Then there was Monifa. Then there was Bree Bree, right? So all four of them drove to the party at this hotel. The party was for a girl named Irene, right? And at that hotel party, evidently, it's commonplace for some of the teens or young adults or whatever to have hotel parties, right? So she goes to this party. And I'm just giving you guys a little bit of the backstory, right? In case you guys, don't or are not up to date on it, right? So and so she goes to the hotel party. She didn't want to be there for long. They weren't supposed to be there for long. At one point in time, she got really drunk. A lot of people, as well as me, felt like that her drink was spiked. Do you see what And yeah, it was real creepy, Tracy, and that's why a lot of people latched onto it. And I don't know if you guys know, but I think it was last year or year before last, MTV did a little docu series on the Kenneka Jenkins murder, and it's just so much, right? But anyway, when all of that happened, it pretty much blew up on social media. Um, you really not that familiar with the background of the case, Trina? Wow, wow, wow. Um, when it blew up, the situation was proven to be a psyop. No, it wasn't proven to be a psyop to me. You know what I mean? And so anyway, so people online. The case blew up. It became internationally known because of the internet, right? And the reason it was going on, it was all confusing, L, right? There were so many theories out there about how this girl, this beautiful young woman, went to this party and was found dead in the freezer, right? So they released hotel video. There was a lot of conspiracy theories going on. Me myself, I had went back and forth with a whole lot of theories, right? People were thinking she was put in that freezer so that her organs could be harvested. It was a lot going on, you know. And so I did too, Tracy. Klaus said you did a lot of wonderful up. Thank you, Cloud. Wonderful uploads about the tragic Miss Jenkins. MTV did such a horrible job. They did do a horrible job, Cloud, right? And so anyway, like I said, y'all, I have been up and down that rabbit hole for years, right? Because it just really struck me about how this beautiful young lady can lose her life like that, right? And like I said, there are all kinds of conspiracy theories swirling around, everywhere from organ donations to it was a revenge killing, right? And so I've been getting I've always given her friends the side eye. Too. You're absolutely right about that. There's a YouTuber who broke the whole timeline down. Hotel and friends were definitely involved. Absolutely, absolutely. Several YouTubers have broken the timeline down. Several. There's a whole Kenneka Jenkins sector, okay? Several YouTubers, right? And so, at one point in time, here's my thing. And the reason why I got back on this is because there has been something very interesting that has happened. One of the girls, one of her friends, Shamaya Winder, her brother was killed on June 27th in Chicago. Around that time, several people, I think they said like 68 or 71 people were killed in Chicago. Do you see what I'm saying? That weekend right there in particular. And so one of the girls that was in what that was one of Kenneka Jenkins' quote unquote friends, her brother was killed, right? And so not only was her brother killed, um, and that was, she was at the party. Her brother was killed. They think she had something to do with it. I do too, or know something about it because they all know what happened now. Because even if the police don't know what happened, we know the streets know what happened right now, right? But several people have been killed. Surrounding. Yeah, Zach TV was killed. There was an interview done. Zach TV did an interview with two of the guys that were at the party, as well as Irene. One of them name is Mike. The other one they called Killer. And one of the between Mike, I don't know if it was Mike or Killer, but one of them got killed. And Zach TV got killed because he said he was getting ready to come out with the truth. He found out what really happened. Evidently, somebody didn't want him to tell what really happened. And hey, Lady Tia, and he, they killed Zach TV, right? And so, like I said, and recently, the uncle, yeah, her uncle was killed. Absolutely. And that goes, I'm glad you said that. Angel said her friends were jealous of her, allowed them to spike her drink. God forbid whatever happened when she was drugged, but didn't they release the video of actually walking to the freezer to cool out? I don't know if they released a video of them all walking to a freezer. You know what I mean? And so let me tell you, and they said that they felt like the hotel was involved, one security guard in particular. I'm just trying to give y'all a little bit. It's just so much surrounding that case, right? It's a lot. Like you would really have to go over and review the videos. I got a couple of videos on my channel. Do you see what I'm saying? But I think Choreo Love, the motive was more than jealousy, though. Here's the thing, like I said, there are all these theories going around, right? And I think that in the frenzy of social media, trying to find out what really happened to Kenneka Jenkins, and even to this day, um, there's not a definitive answer of what happened to Kenneka Jenkins, right? And so it's like, hey, what do you call it? It's went Kenneka Jenkins. Her murder has gone from this young black girl being found dead in the freezer, in a hotel, to like an urban legend, if you will. Y'all know what urban legend is. It's like so we going down the rabbit hole. So what's new? Got to be about, yeah, we going down the rabbit hole, Lady T. We're going down the rabbit hole for a little quick minute, right? Because Lady T, did you hear that Shamaya Wender's brother had been killed? And so anyway, you from the KJ community, RP Kenneka Jenkins, love you, Mama Teresa. Well, hey, Mama Cynthia, how you doing? Stay on here if you will, right? Because that's what we're gonna talk about. Yeah, cold case mystery is turned into an urban tale, if you ask me. If you ask me, you know what I mean. Nikki Baby said, I started seeing things when I was doing your little investigation. Yeah, Nikki, you know what I mean? And it's a lot going on with that. It's a lot. Every time I even start thinking about it, the reason why I go down the rabbit hole is because I just, it's a lot. You know what I mean? Going on with me internally when I start thinking about it, and so it'd be a lot. It's a lot. You know what I mean? You came from there too, Sharice. Oh, I'm glad some of you guys that came from there. Okay, because what I want to, how deep, like deep state deep. No, we ain't going deep state deep today, Angel. But I think that, like I said, let me finish. I'm gonna start reading the videos for a minute. Um, didn't a YouTuber go to jail for stalking the mother's home? I don't know. I didn't hear about that. And stalking her, I don't know. The motive is always the key. I agree with that, Chlorio Lover. But let me tell y'all, in the midst of everybody trying to figure out what happened to that beautiful young lady, right? You came from that sector unfiltered Murphy too. Cool, cool. I'm so glad y'all on here. I'm gonna drop the link so we can talk about this, right? And so after let me just get out what I want to get out, right? Like I said, Shamai Winder's brother was killed. Now, uh, Here's the thing. Like I said, in the midst of all of this going on, everybody trying to find out, you know, what had happened. You know what I mean? Because it's extra. You know what I mean? It's a lot extra. What did the mom say? First, this guy, because I didn't see what she posted a couple of days ago. There was a YouTuber who tried to buy the rights to KJ name. What? So as to control his net. Really? I had no idea. Then pictures of his dirty house. You talking about Umar. But I had no idea that was going on. Ruby. So anyway, yeah, a lot of the narratives done been spent. After a while, it really wasn't even about Kenneka Jenkins no more. Not about trying to find out what happened to Kenneka Jenkins. It morphed into something real evil. In my opinion, people stopped thinking about the girl as being a human being, and they started thinking along the lines of, I'm gonna be popular, because several YouTube channels, got popular in that sector. And that's why they're still talking about it on and out, still spinning narratives that are really delusional, that don't even make no sense these days anyway. And they still try to draw it out, and for whatever reason, you know. And so it's just really ridiculous, right? So anyway, um, here's the thing. Like I said, in the midst, but at first, people were really trying to find out what happened to that girl. Now we know they released a lot of video. We know the police department went as far as releasing a video, reenacting the events surrounding that night. And they didn't even tell people that they were using it wasn't really Kenneka Jenkins in that video. Everybody found out that, hey, that ain't even Kenneka Jenkins in that video, because they weren't telling people that it was a reenactment, right? But it was a reenactment. The police tried that, you know what I mean? And that was for the purpose, in my opinion, of them protecting the hotel, right? Because the hotel does bear some responsibility in my mind too, but not only the hotel, but some of the I had to pull away too, Sheba, but I see something, it'll tweak my interest, and I go right back down the rabbit hole, right? And that's why I want to talk about it today. That's why the title of the video is Chicago Woes or whatever, right? Because it's a certain energy surrounding the city of Chicago, Illinois, right? So anyway, before we get to that though, like I said, I think people overlook the obvious. There were so many conspiracy theories out there, anywhere from organ harvesting to whatever, right? We all know this, right? And it was so much videos, so much video editing, what I mean? It's a lot going on, you know, and back then. But like I said, I think that if people would have just slowed down, and if other people didn't, try to look out for their best interest, i.e., the hotel and the management staff, I think that they really could have solved this girl's murder. You see what I'm saying? And all of these theories going around about the organ harvesting and the this, that, and the other, I think that it veered people off course. And the reason why I say that is this, and even me, I have my own theories, and even now, here's just another theory, right? And so, here's my other theory. I think that we went too far, all of us. You know what I mean? It will be 4 years in September. I haven't slept well since. I just immediately, it creeped a lot of people out, right? You from the J4K, and it's just so eerie, and it's just so evil. The whole aura surrounding that just encapsulated millions of people. Because we know that in our gut, some of us know in our gut, just this is evil, this is extra, and I think that's why it just took people, it shook them, because it's extra, it's too much, it don't make sense, you know what I mean? And so, I don't, ooh, it's just like a lot, right? And so, like I said, even when I think about it, it's just a lot. It's too much. It's extra. Because honestly, we have heard of more horrific things going on in this world. But the Kenneka Jenkins case, it just grabbed a hold to a lot of people, and it really won't even let go, right? So anyway, like I said, in a lot of people's quest to find out, that's right. It's New Orleans. You're right about that, Sheba, and we're gonna talk about that too. But let me get this out. But it does have the same demonic energy, and it's for a reason, and we're gonna talk about it, right? Don't let me forget that, Sheba. Right? I want to get back to that. Y'all won't let me get out what I want to say. That case does drain your energy, but like I said, in doing all of that, we forgot to ask a couple of important questions. Do you see what I'm saying? My number one question, and it was so much video out. We had all they had all this video from the hotel and all this and all that. I never could figure out why is it that we didn't have no video. Nobody showed no video that I seen of what was going on. In the lobby. Do you see what I'm saying? What was going on in the lobby? Now, if y'all remember the case, um, at one point, Kenneka, she was laying on the bed, and Irene was doing a video, and people was trying to break down. People saying she was assaulted on the bed and was doing all of this and all of that on the bed, right? And eventually, Monifa and Shamaya picked her up off the bed, which we pretty much all agree that she was drugged. Whoever gave her that drink is the one that drugged her, in my opinion. Do you see what I'm saying? They drugged her. They gave her the drink, and they found what is it, topiramide or topramide or whatever the name of that drug is. That was found in her system, and there was evidence that she was drugged, and that's why she was on the bed out of it like that. Cause Kenneka was street smart. Um, um, Thank you, Nikki. Kenneka was street smart. You know what I mean? And she didn't trust somebody. She ain't gonna take no drink from nobody, and she don't trust them, right? So I don't know if it was Monifa or Shamaya that gave her the drink. But I think that it was Monifa or Shamaya that gave her the drink. I just don't know which one, right? I'm going down the rabbit hole, net. Girl, I'm going, right? To pyramid. To pyramid. Thank you. There was veds around the lobby, plus many more veds. What is veds, Mama Cynthia? We still don't see. We still don't see her sitting on the floor outside the room. Thank you, Lady Tia. That's what I'm saying. Out of all this video, why don't we ever see any footage of what happened outside the hotel room door or doors where the party was going? Right? I didn't ever see any video of Kenneka Jenkins in the hall, right? So here's the thing. We know that she was drugged. She was laying on the bed, right? And people have speculated, back and forth, what was happening on the bed, the sounds, the guys. Was it a killer and Mike? They were showed in Irene's glasses. Irene did the video. It looked like her lip was quivering and all of this and all that, right? So eventually, after that video, we saw some video of what was going on inside the hotel rooms with the party. We saw this guy named Ty Rowland in there, and he's much older than everybody else. You have to wonder why he was there. You see what I'm saying? And so eventually, like I said, Monifa, I think it was Monifa, and I don't even know if Shamaya helped her, but Monifa picked her up off the bed, and they went out the room. They left the room. They said they was leaving the party, right? So they get her out in the hall, right? So they say they get her out in the hall. Like I said, I've never seen any video of what happened right outside the room door. And my thing is, we saw all this video, her walking around the hotel, staggering all the way to the basement, in the kitchen. We saw all kind of videos, right? But I've never seen any footage of what happened outside of that room door. And I'm saying, well, why nobody ever asked about the video? What happened outside the room door? Because if it's also, it was strange. Gang robbers was at the party together, right, Lady Tia? And so, all this video footage and nobody did see. There's no video of what happened outside the room, right? That's why I said we were overthinking this. People all of us, we was just going too far, right? First question I had is when they got her outside the room, right? They say that after they got her outside the room, they went back inside the room to get her phone and her keys, right? Or no, to get her phone. Said Irene was doing a video using her phone, right? Because whatever happened to Irene's phone, she was either playing music with Kenneka's phone, or she was doing a video with Kenneka's phone. But nevertheless, that post had took her out of the room, set her up against the wall, her and Shamaya, and Monifa went back in the room first, and then Shamaya followed behind her, and they went back in to get her phone, right? They couldn't get her car keys, her mom's car keys, because Bree Bree, the other friend that was with them, Bree Bree had the keys. The reason why Bree Bree had the keys is Kenneka didn't have a pocketbook, and when you go somewhere, and if you don't have a pocketbook, you're gonna tell your friends, "So hey, hold my keys for me, whatever," right? So Bree Bree had the keys. Bree Bree, the friend, had already left with the keys. Like I said, they got up off the bed. They supposedly went back in to get her phone. So they, propped her up against the hallway wall, right? So like I said, there's no footage of what happened outside the room. I never saw any footage about why they should have video of Kenneka up against the wall. When they went back in there to get the keys. I don't understand that, right? So that's plagued me for years, right? That right there. And because I feel like they didn't show any footage of what happened outside of the hall on purpose. I think that video footage was edited. Now I do think that security guard. Do y'all remember the security guard that the police questioned when they questioned the security guard? He had all these scratches on him and stuff. And when they went to question him again, when they went to call him back in again, he had left the country. Okay, and I ain't heard nothing about that security guard since they say he left the country. I think that is who did whatever to the security guard. And also with the security guard, they said prior to Kenneka, leaving the room and all this and all that, because they had parties at the hotel with these young folks all the time. He was telling them to calm down, or I can smell weed in the hall, put the towels on the door, all this and all that, right? And so, but I've never seen any footage of what happened outside of the room door. There should have been footage of what that hallway, just like it was all the other hallways, right? That was always suspicious to me, right? And so the hotel should have had that footage only, even though it was Monifa state. Right, right. So like I said, so Monifa and Shamaya go back in the room, right? So when they come back out of the room, they say Kenneka is gone, right? Can't no, she just vanished in thin air, right? I don't believe that. Number one, I don't believe that. I believe that Monifa and Shamaya passed Kenneka off to whoever it was in the hall. I really do believe that. I believe that Monifa and Shamaya know who was in that hall. They know who they passed her off to. Of course, they just ain't never said nothing, right? And but I don't even know. I think that the person that want to do this, because mind you, Shamaya was the youngest one in the group. I think Monifa, with her jealous ass, is the one that passed Kenneka off to whoever it was in that hallway. That's how she got gone so fast. Do you see what I'm saying? And like I really do believe that. I really believe that if they would have got rid of that footage. You see what I'm saying? This case would have been solved just days after it happened. You see what I'm saying? No reason to leave if she right. If she was waiting on the keys, why would she leave? She already been drugged, right? Well, where can she go that fast? Because they go in the room, they say they got the phone, turned around and went back right back out the room. You know what I mean? And how was she gonna get gone that fast? That's my thing. But my thing is, if they really want to solve the case, they would have figured out what happened in that hallway, right? And that's why I think that it was so much going on, that I don't even know if anybody else is asking about where's the video footage for outside the room where they were. You see what I'm saying? Because whoever was outside of that room waiting for Kenneka, that's who took Kenneka, right? So they said it was closely to the room doors, right? Move right along. Closely to the rooms where she supposed to be up against the wall, right? They said it was an elevator right there, right? And they said, and the elevator was nearby. They said it was an elevator nearby, right? And I think whoever took Kenneka took her in the elevator. You see what I'm saying? Like they took her and they put her in the elevator, right? And so From that, we seen, but now they show the video in the hall. They didn't show what happened in the elevator. But then after that, they showed some video of her walking down the hall, and she's really, really drunk. You know what I mean? And all of this, she's stumbling all around. You could tell it was highly edited. The video said the video wasn't released at first. They didn't take it seriously when the family. No, they didn't, and they had time to delete video, edit video, all this and all that. Right? It took them a while to release the actual video footage. Because remember, the police did a whole, a whole, what do you call it? The video, what they doing, the video, it was a depiction of what had happened, but they didn't tell people at first that it was a depiction and not the actual video, right? And so, hey, Water Sniper, let me read this. Water Sniper says, some people think she walked into the freezer and got trapped inside it while drunk, because there is no footage of anyone walking in the freezer with her, nor behind her. Probably a freak accident. But I don't even think it was a freak accident, Water Sniper. Let me tell y'all this. So, um, like I said, there's no video footage of what happened right outside the door, right? So supposedly she vanished without a trace. Let Monifa and Shamaya tell it. She when they came back out with the phone, she was just gone, right? Just vanished in thin air. That's a lie. I don't believe that. I think that Monifa passed her off to whoever it was that was waiting outside, right? Now I think it was a couple of situations going on with that. Now, Kenneka Jenkins' uncle got killed, right? And he was in the gangs and the dope selling and all of this and all that, right? But prior to Kenneka, this party and all of this and all that, uh, somebody associated or kin to a guy at the party by the name of Ty Rowland, and he's that guy that was at the party. Like I said, he was older than everybody else, right? Don't know why he was there. A lot of different gangs was there. You know what I mean? But a guy got killed, right? And I don't know much about that guy. But when people started talking about it, saying that it was a retaliation, because some gang member got killed or something like that. I can believe that. I can believe that. A rival gang, right? I can believe that. Up to a point. Uh, I think that she was taken by rival gang members. But I also think that that's who Monifa passed her off to. Do you see what I'm saying? Monifa clearly was jealous and envious of Tamika of Kenneka, to the point to where even now, if you look at some of her up to date photos, she's still trying to transform herself into Kenneka Jenkins. Okay, she's still trying to turn herself into that girl, right? We've also seen videos of her and Shamaya visiting Kenneka's grave site a couple of times. Do you see what I'm saying? And all of this here and all of that there. I see some up-to-date photos of Monifa ugly ass. And she's still trying to transform herself into Kenneka all these years later, right? So I think Monifa is the one that passed Kenneka off to whoever it was, whatever rival gang that was trying to do something to her in retaliation to her people killing the gang person that got killed. I think that the reason why that Tyrone guy was there is because he was orchestrating that stuff. I think that he is the one that paid off that security guard to do whatever it was that he did. I think the hotel manager and the hotel owners covered that situation up, covered the fact that that security guard, he had something to do with it, right? He was the one facilitating them transporting to Kenneka. Now, at some point in time, like I said, after she in the hall, I know I'm going back and forth. Y'all follow along, right? This is just my theory, right? This is my theory, right? And so, after she in the hall, right, and she on the elevator, I think that there was some kind of struggle. I think that she tried to shake it off. I don't know if I felt like she had been screaming and hitting buttons, and trying to get away, right? So do y'all remember it was the video? They did a video in a hallway. It wasn't the main hallway where she was walking down the hallway, but there was a video uh to where she was in this other little place. And this other little hall, it was a short hall, and they had this white girl in the video. And at one point in time, they was trying to say Kenneka and the white girl got in a fight or something like that. They even put that scenario out there, right? I don't know why. I don't think her and that white girl got into a fight. I think that white girl might have heard her screaming, and when that white girl had heard her screaming and that door opened, I think she turned around and knew something was funny. And they pushed Kenneka out of that elevator because they didn't want to be seen, right? So for a little while, they had lost track of Kenneka. And the video after you see her coming out of the elevator, you know, because the security guard had scratches on his face. He had scratches on his face. He had scratches on his arm. Do you see what I'm saying? I wonder if her friend set her up for sex trafficking going on. I don't think it was sex trafficking. I really don't think it was sex trafficking. I don't think it was organ harvesting. You know what I mean? I think it was jealousy and gang retribution. That's what I think, right? And so, anyway, you see the elevator. The next video we saw was her walking down that long hall. Yeah, he went back to his country, Lady Till. When the police wanted to talk to him a second time, he had fled this country and went back to his home country, and ain't nobody seen him no more, right? You know, last time I heard, they ain't seen him no more, right? And so, they came out the elevator to check and see, right, Sharice? And so, like I said, I don't think they was trying to say that Kenneka Jenkins got into it with this white girl in the hallway and all of this. I don't think that's what happened. It didn't look like that to me. I think she was screaming, and the white girl turned around because she heard it. You know, she was just some random person standing in the hotel as well, right? And so, like I said, when she started screaming and fighting and stuff, at one point in time they lost track of her, right? So then they showed this video of her walking down the long hallway. You know, she drunk, and people was trying to say it looked like they try to edit people out of the video. I believe that there were some other people in that video, because if you look at that video real close, you know she swam back and forth, and it's like somebody is pulling her up to keep her upright, to keep her upright and try to direct her, where to go. I really do believe that. Like one point in time in that long hallway, y'all remember the part where she was ready to go up that ramp or whatever. They edited the video too much. Yeah, I agree with that comment there. But I think that it was somebody like, hey, come here, or pulling her, or leading her to where they want to go. And it was glitches, right, Sharice? Tracy said, Olivia, did they do a rape test? I don't think so, Tracy. Now they showed the autopsy report, and I don't remember hearing anything about a rape test being done on her, Tracy. I don't think so, because they ruled the cause of death her freezing to death in the freezer. And if they did, I didn't hear about it. You know what I mean? So, but I don't know definitively. But they just try to say she was frozen in the freezer. You know what I mean? That's what they try to say. Like I said, you got to remember they caping for the hotel because the hotel bears responsibility. She was intact down there. Quetta says they did not, per autopsy report. She was intact down there allegedly. Right. And like I said, why would they? Because really, at the end of the day, these police and they don't care nothing about this little black girl or what happened to her, right? And they didn't say nothing about a rape, but they did say something about the drugs that pyramid or whatever that was in her system, right? And the reason why they said something about that is because they want to say, that was in part the reason why she walked in the freezer, hypothermia, right? And pretty much froze to death, right? And they were citing the drugs and the alcohol. That's the only reason why they brought that up, right? Because that fit the hotel's narrative, right? And so anyway, you see her, it looked like she been, pushed somewhere, right? Now, mind you, we don't know, or led somewhere, right? Because it looked like there was a lot of video editing going on. And the way she was swaying back and forth in some parts of the video, it really looked like somebody was, lifting her back up. so she wouldn't fall all the way over. But we couldn't see, who was lifting her up because the video had been edited, right, over and over again, right? And so between her, I believe, between her walking down that long hall and her being walked into the kitchen, being led to the freezer part back there, between there, that oxygen documentary was such a the MTV was too, Lady T. I agree with that, right? So I believe that between her and being in that hallway and then them leading her somewhere, between that and we seeing her walk in that kitchen, I believe that is when whatever happened to Kenneka happened to her, right? Started happening to her, right? But I believe that she was killed in the freezer. Like I really do. I don't. I really don't think she was in that freezer for organ harvesting. I don't even think that. I think that she was put in that freezer. They hid her. They was trying to hide her in the freezer, right? And I think they was gonna come back and get the body, but I think they didn't have time because all hell had broke loose. Do you see what I'm saying? So they kind of left her in the freezer right there, right? And I also found it funny. Even Teresa, even her mom said she found it funny that of all the cameras not working, the camera was unplugged. The camera over top of that freezer door was unplugged. And that goes back to the hotel security guard, if you ask me. Do I think the hotel security guard raped her? No, I don't. I think that though, I think that whatever those were gang members, however they chose to retaliate on her, because we saw the autopsy photos, right? And I think that she was, assaulted in some kind of way, because of the way her body was laying, her lip was swole, her pants, her clothes was, out of order, right? It looked like something had happened. She had went through something. You know what I mean? It looked like even though she was in the freezer to death, it looked like her hair was real matted and real sweaty. You know what I mean? And yeah, they threw everything out, Sharice, I believe, because all hell broke loose. Walked her into a freezer that wasn't supposed to be on. Yes, right, right. Diamonds is forever, right? And so, like I said, they got her in that freezer. I think she was assaulted in that freezer. I think we couldn't see who was, pretty much directing her which way to go. But I think that there was somebody or a group of people perhaps directing her which way to go. And also, the reason why I think they was gonna come back and collect the body is because when all of this was going on, y'all can remember the reason why they didn't have Kenneka Jenkins' mama's keys at first is because Bree had left the hotel. There's hotel footage of Bree leaving the hotel with two guys, right? She supposed to have left the hotel. She had the keys in her pocketbook, with a couple of other guys to go pick up somebody else or a couple of other people to come to the party, right? So the whole time this is going on, Bree is gone. Bree wasn't in the hotel. When Bree left the hotel with the keys, Kenneka Jenkins was still in the party, right? So Bree was supposedly gone this whole time. That's another friend, right? She had the keys. Now, there's hotel footage of Bree going to the parking lot where Kenneka's mom's car poser had been parked. They didn't drive Kenneka mama's car when they poser had left to go get the other friends. Bree was just with these guys, and she was riding with them to go pick up whoever she said she was going to pick up, right? So they got footage of her down in the parking lot area, but they don't have footage. I never saw it anyway. Footage of her actually leaving that hotel, the underground garage right there, right? I don't think that Bree ever left that hotel garage. To be quite honest with you, I think that Bree was down there waiting for them to lead Kenneka where she needed to be. Like I really do believe that. And people don't talk about Bree no more. But you gotta pay attention to what was going on. How is it that out of all these people, out of all the friends, Bree go missing, right? So I think that at the time Kenneka was, I think she was, like I said, I think she was killed in that freezer. And I think that the plan was for them to come back and get the body out of that freezer. I don't think that body they put her body in that freezer for organ harvesting. I don't think none of that. I think they put her in there and they was gonna come back and get her. But like we said, all hell had broke. Was right. It was too much going on. Because if y'all can remember, Mike, and Killing them said the party was winding down and people was like, where Kenneka at? They immediately start looking for her. Now I do believe that. I don't think that Mike, and Killer had anything to do with Kenneka's disappearance. I don't think they had nothing to do with her murder. Uh, 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 because if they did, they wouldn't have had that interview, in my opinion, with Zach TV. Do you see what I'm saying? And that interview is very interesting. Because before they got to that interview, I do think that they found out what happened after they let that after they left that hotel, because the streets talk. You know what I mean? Even Miss Teresa know what happened to her baby by now. Everybody on the street know. We might not know, but you best believe they know what happened in the hotel. And people like us are just left to speculate. But like I said, I think we overshot. A lot of us overshot the whole thing. It was too much conspiracy theory going on, you know, and it was just too much. We overshot the whole thing, right? I don't think it was no big organ harvesting or sex trafficking scheme going on here. I felt like it was retaliation, like I really do. And they tried to get the girl out the body. They was gonna get the girl body out the freezer. I don't even think necessarily at first they had to put her in that freezer. I really think that if they didn't stop to do whatever they did to that girl in the hotel for whatever reason, and they would have took her straight to the back and put her in whatever car they was gonna put her in. But then I think they got to thinking, well, we can't take her out like this, so let's put her in the freezer to um you know whatever time as we can get her out of the hotel. I think that happened. You know what I mean? And like I really do. Was they all using the same drug that was No, no. I think that her drink was spiked, Tracy. I think they put that in her drink on purpose. And whichever one of her friends um 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 gave her that drink, that's the person that spiked the drink and gave it to her. That's why she was acting like that. Because, like I said, that girl was street smart. She wouldn't go to a party and get so drunk or so high to where she couldn't function on her own. You see what I'm saying? She did. I mean, come on now, really? No, Her drink was spiked. That's how I feel about it. And so, yeah, Zach was wanting to leave it alone, and he didn't, because he had got that vibe too. And really, the reason why people um uh go down the rabbit hole, because it's evil, it's demonic, right? And so I don't think he could leave it alone. In part, I think he might have been killed because he did find out what happened. Whether he was gonna tell it or not, he found out what happened. He said he was gonna tell it. They caught him when he was online saying, leave it alone. He wasn't gonna leave it alone. They didn't give him a chance to leave it alone. They just killed the boy, right? And so, like I said, the reason why Bree went missing is because I think her and whoever them boys was, I think they was down there waiting for Kenneka. That's what I think. And like I said, I don't know all the particulars, but I think that whoever was leading her, wherever they was leading her, they edited them out. And what kind of way? However, I don't know how she found herself in the freezer. Like I said, I don't know if they had done something to her before they put her in that freezer, but I think that she was assaulted in that freezer as well. You can tell it's like she was kind of fighting the way y'all remember her lip gloss and all of that stuff was just strewn all over the places. One of her shoes was off and it was a scuff on her ankle or something like that. Her lip was swole. Her clothes was rearranged. You can clearly tell something bad had happened to that girl in that freezer. My thing is, I don't know if something even happened to her before she got to the freezer. Do you see what I'm saying? So if she just would have just been in the freezer and not been able to get out of the freezer, she wouldn't have had the scuff mark and the swollen lip and the clothes rearranged. It looked, her hair was all over the place. She wouldn't have looked. The body wouldn't have looked like that. Yeah, pockets inside out. It wouldn't have been all of that if she had just walked into that freezer on her own volition, and laid down and died. It wouldn't have been that. You see what I'm saying? And so, copy that said, yeah, I'm crawling after. Hold on, let me go back. I'm I'm calling out the rabbit hole, the after rabbit, calling after rabbit dog. Well, right now, great content. Thank you, comment that. Connect your energy and spirit, Miss. Oh yeah, but you too, baby. Thank you. I think your theory is highly likely. Thank you. With a caveat. How is it possible that everyone has worked in unison to conceal this crime? I mean, typically, the more folks in on it, the sooner it comes out. Well, Miss Honey, you're right about that. I agree with that. But mind you, a lot of the key players are already gone, and these people, they know if they talk, they either gonna get killed, and they ain't even got to worry about going to jail. They worry about being dead. That's what they worried about. That's why nobody ain't saying nothing. But like I said, I think that they know. They clearly know what's gonna happen by now. The street know what's gonna happen. The hotel had a vested interest. Um, and pretty much doing whatever it could do to make it seem like an accidental death because the hotel didn't want to be totally liable. You know what I mean? But that security guard is sketchy. The police, they working with the hotel and all this and all that. And they trying to bury whatever it is that they can bury. And who cares about who cares about the life of a young black woman? Anyway, in the United States of America. Do you see what I'm saying? And what the world could she have seen or did that they wanted her dead? I don't even think she necessarily seen nothing. I think that whoever killed whoever it was that they was trying to retaliate against the family for, I think that is why Kenneka in part got done what she did. But like I said, they couldn't have done this without the help of her so-called friends. You know what I mean? Bree and Monifa. You know what I mean? And which leads me to Shamaya. Now, if y'all can remember, Shamaya was the youngest one in the group, right? I don't think necessarily that Shamaya was in on the setup. Like, I really don't. I think Shamaya know everything that happened. She got caught up in the rusters, fooling with that dang on Monifa. Do you see what I'm saying? And wow, Miss Olivia, this live has that's a mistake if that's what's going on. This must be a troll, y'all. But anyway, let me block this person out because I don't know what that's about. But anyway, Unfit Murphy said the mayor and police chief are related by blood. Easy, yeah, absolutely easy coverage. They had to. Irene was unbothered because Irene really wasn't even Kenneka's friend, and that's what people started. When they started attacking Irene and all this and all that, it was Irene's birthday party. You know what I mean? That really wasn't Kenneka's friend like that. She knew Kenneka. They was all cool. You know, her brother killed somebody. Diamond. And I'm thinking that's wasn't her brother or uncle or whoever. But I think that she was killed in retaliation for that murder. There's just no. Yeah, that's right, Cloud. You're right about that. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Y'all made me lose my train of thought with that dumb comment right there. Let me get it out of here. Oh, Cloud must have already got him. Thank you, Cloud. And so, move right along, child. Move right along. I forgot where I was. Hey, Granny Love. I didn't ever trust Monifa either. But like I said, that's where I was, Mia S. None of this could have went down, in my opinion. I think eventually something would have been done to the girl, but particular at that party, um, they all had fallouts and got into. Yes, they did. And started telling what happened at the party. I was talking about Irene. Yeah, thank you, Lady Tia. Irene really didn't know Kenneka like that. She knew her, but she wasn't one of the friends. She wasn't in the inner circle. That was not Irene's crew. But Monifa and Bree and Shamaya, they are the ones that was Kenneka friend girls. You see what I'm saying? Especially Monifa. Monifa kept telling us that she knew her the longest. Shamaya was the youngest in the group, but and Bree knew her for a long time too. But Monifa is the one that was jealous of, in my opinion, Kenneka. And like I said, even to this day, she trying to morph herself into looking more and more like Kenneka. Do you see what I'm saying? And when I look at Monifa, It reminds me of that. I was looking at a little show on Hulu with my nephew. What was the name of it? The name of the show? It was this Baptist girl. Um, her friend was kidnapped, and they was trying to say, that she knew her friend was kidnapped in the basement the whole time, and all of this. It was a whole plot twist. But the girl that they was accusing of her, knowingly being kidnapped, she had never say nothing about it. They were saying she was obsessed over the girl. It's on Hulu. I can't think of the movie right now, but it put me in the mind of that because, like I said, even to this day, Monifa is trying to Cruel Summer. Thank you, Brand. Cruel Summer. That was the name of it. And even to this day, Monifa is trying to morph herself into Kenneka, right? Now, I think that Shamaya, unknowingly, like I said, played a part in it. I think she was just, uh, says no, really. I just chasing her. I don't know who was in her trolling about that. But anyway, um, like I said, y'all, that's what I think happened. Shamaya was just put in. She was just put in it. She just got caught up in the middle. Of course, she had to shut up. You know what I mean? But I seen some videos with Shamaya and her mama back in the day. And all of this and all of that. But I really think it weighed heavily on that little girl's conscience. Like I really do. Video where Sweetie says, "Remember that video of KJ and them girls in the bathroom." And I think they put something in her drink. I can't remember. Yeah, I think her drink was spiked too. I don't know if it was in that bathroom or if somebody passed it to her. But yeah, absolutely. I really believe her drink was spiked. Yep. Yep. Oh, that's what Cruel Summer. Yeah, that's what Cruel Summer is about. Uh-huh. It's a good little show. Uh-huh. I used to follow this story, but I stopped. It was getting too dark. Yeah, every once in a while I meet you, I go back down the rabbit hole. You know what I mean? But anyway, let me show y'all what's gonna happen with Shamaya. Like I said, I think that Shamaya, because she was the friend of Monifa, pretty much following the other girls around because they were older than her. I think Shamaya, got jimmied up in this whole situation. Just young and dumb and whatever else was going on with her. Like I think she was too grown. Number one, and I just it's just crazy. But I think Monifa and Bree Bree is the one that set up that girl. The ones that agreed to pass her off, if you will, or even set her up. Because I seen a video a long time ago about either Monifa or Bree Bree fooling one of the boys. Either it was the brother of the boy that got killed, the reason why Kenneka was killed, or the cousin, or something like that going on with Monifa or Bree Bree or one of them. It's just so much. Do you see what I'm saying? And but wouldn't they just kill her brother since he's in prison? Not necessarily. It'll be easy to kill him, killing her. Well, some people. I have heard of crimes, especially domestic violent crimes, of the domestic violent perpetrator will kill your child and leave you alive on purpose so you can suffer forever. And maybe it was that kind of thing going on. You know what I mean? Monifa used to be at her house all the time. Right. And I think Monifa had always been envious and jealous of Kenneka. Okay? Because Monifa was the ugly friend. You know how they go. And so yeah, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. But let me show y'all this real quick. Now I try to put this on the thing right here. I was trying to read it. Sorry about that. Let me show y'all this. Let me hurry up. It's been almost 2 hours, but hold on, let me find this is well, first of all, can y'all see that? This is Shamaya and her brother. This is the guy, this is the fella that got killed. Her brother, like I said, he died on June 27th. Well, he was shot down in the suburb called Austin. I believe it was named Austin, June 27th, a couple of weeks ago. Let me try to find something here for y'all. That's the brother. That's him and Shamaya. Here's a post. This is a little bit of y'all try to put this as a screensaver so I can click on it real fast. But here's a Facebook post of her talking about her brother being killed. It says something like, "Shorty Tim, I'm so sick. I can't believe I didn't get to. I don't know what they say. The counters in the way. I love you. None. I love you or none. We a we'll see each other. I guess we'll see each other again or whatever else, right?" And she said, you had me, you had me, nightmares, traumatized, crying, screaming, asking God, um, why you why you helped me. You wiped my tears when them niggas was against me, and ain't changed, nigga. I think she talking about with that whole Kenneka Jenkins face. That's what I think she talking about right there. She said, I can't effing believe my life, my whole heart, my other half. She talking about her brother, y'all. I always said that what's Lil 21 without 21. I guess that's what they call her, Lil 21, after her brother. She said, I'm so effing sorry. She said, I'm so sorry. I can't believe my brother died, y'all, dead. He said, I can't believe this. She talked about her, she can't believe her brother died. Y'all dead wrong. It's hard for me to read that punctuation. Y'all dead wrong. I don't want to live no more. My brother's gone to the system and graveyard. I don't got no purpose no more. I'm gonna miss TF out of you, man. And that's what she wrote on her Facebook page. I think maybe a day or two after it happened, and like I said, he was gunned down on this past June 27th. And here's another one. I hope y'all can see this. Let me click back over a minute. Can y'all see this? If y'all can see this, hit the one. Oh yeah, y'all can see it. Lady Nika said why she's saying she's sorry. Who she talking to? Right, Lady Tia. You right about that. Who she saying she's sorry to? You know. Nothing happened to her mother. Her brother was killed. He was gunned down. It was a terrible weekend of gun violence in Chicago, and he was killed. Right? Big and clear. Oh, thanks, Brad. And so anyway, here's another one. So this is June 29th, and like this is her Facebook page. And like I said, her brother was killed on June 27th, right? It says this is Shamaya's page, her Facebook page. And she said, whenever anything happened to my brother, I felt it for him. No matter what it was, I felt that hurt. I felt that hurt he felt. Just imagine him dying. How that made me feel. Y'all really killed my effing brother. I didn't get a chance to hug him or ask. I didn't get a chance to hug him or ask. This foul right here. Y'all know it is. And so that's her talking about the death of her brother again. You see what I'm saying? And let me go to another one, y'all. I showed y'all that. This is her brother once again. This is Shamaya Wender's brother, and she's devastated because her brother was gunned down. Like I said, this past June 27th, right? So it was a murderous weekend in Chicago. Honestly. And so I found this little part right here, and it says 78 people. Now the weekend of June 27th, 78 people. I don't know if y'all can see it, 7 right there, but 78 people was shot in weekend gun violence in Chicago. A third of them was from mass shootings. There were 78 people shot the weekend that her brother's name is Maurice too. The weekend that her brother Maurice was gunned down, there were 78 people shot, and a third of them was from mass shootings. And that's crazy. That's crazy. It's a demonic energy over Chicago. You see what I'm saying? We got proof of that too. And here's just another page. Here's another page. I think this is June 27th or 28th. It says 10 people were killed and 68 others were wounded in the weekend shootings in Chicago as the city reaches the halfway point of what could be one of the most violent years in decades. And they're talking about the weekend that Shamaya's brother was killed, or was he sacrificed? You really have to ask yourself these questions. And I know it sounds crazy, but you really do. I think it's all I want to show y'all. And the reason why I asked, was he killed or was he sacrificed, is let me show y'all this right here. This man right here, hold on. This man right here on the screen, his name is Dusable something. John Baptiste Dusab. I know I'm mutilating his last name, right? But this black man right here, he founded the city of Chicago. You know, he founded Chicago in the 1700s, right? He was a Haitian born, a Haitian, a Haitian. I can't say the name right. A Haitian born black man, right? He was from Haiti, right? And so he founded Chicago, pretty much, or Chicago. And the reason why he did that, the reason why he founded, he's the founder of Chicago, is because he was also a shipping magnate. He did exports and imports, from other parts of did business, with other parts of shippers in the world or whatever. So he founded Chicago um because of the import and export business, right? And when you go to talking about, and ain't no telling what all he was importing and exporting through there, but you got to be careful with Haiti. And you also have this real interesting piece in Black history, because they believe Black people, we didn't build nothing, we didn't own nothing. And for him to be such, uh, to be the founder of Chicago and have this very lucrative import export business, you have to ask yourself why. You say, and it's always been corrupt in Chicago. I think that Chicago, because of his, now I don't even know. Now we know a lot of stories about Haiti. We know a lot of stories about voodoo. We know how voodoo played a part in Haiti overthrowing the British Army when the British Army was coming for them. And my city, I also right, Diamonds Forever Island has got some kind of demonic energy, and it's always been that way. As far back as the Al Capone days, he was the mob was real popular in the city of Chicago. There's always something about blood, people always getting killed, or they just getting killed, or they being sacrificed. And I just feel like it is a main source for demonic energy. Do you see what I'm saying? And uh I heard that, Cloud. It's a main source of demonic energy. Now you never heard nothing good coming out of Chicago, not really. You know what I mean? And this may be the reason why. It may be the reason, because it may be because of the founder. Who knows what kind of what he had to do in order to be able to run something like that, or even found a whole what we call a city, or a region, back then. Who knows what had to happen? You know what I mean? And Sheba said Chicago is the murder capital. At one point, my city was too. New Orleans. I think that New Orleans. I'm glad you said that, the Sheba. I also think that New Orleans, as well as Washington D.C., the Georgia Guidestones. I think these are all like homing sites for demonic energy. You see what I'm saying? I think demonic energy resides strong in certain parts in this country. You see what I'm saying? Especially, Washington, Chicago. Like I said, where else did we say? Washington, Chicago. Um, it was somewhere else I was talking about. New Orleans, wherever. When you see a lot of blood being shed, it's not just simply because it's a lot of blood being shed. And I really do believe that. You know what I mean? But there's a history when it comes to Chicago, and this Dusab person, right? This Haitian born shipping magnate, right? You have to ask yourself why. How is it that he was allowed in this country to build, to found Chicago? Do you see what I'm saying? How? You know what I mean? And so it could be some voodoo going on. It could have been some spell work going on. And I heard something about obviously New York, absolutely. And they build cities on top of cities. You know what I mean? So if they dig down in the bowels of Chicago far enough, who knows what they'll find? Do you see what I'm saying? And then y'all remember when Donald Trump was obsessed over Chicago, and it's gotten so bad now, to where they're sending in federal agents to try to get the gun trafficking under control in Chicago. It's getting so out of hand. And the only reason why they're doing it right now is because they have actually started shooting the police as well. They are shooting the police as well. Not only are they shooting at themselves, they are shooting at the police, you know. And so Sheba said the Haitian president's eyes were taken out. Really? Both arms were broken and his zipper was down and he was shot over 100 times. Really, Sheba? I didn't know that. Wow. Remember the entire city almost burned to the ground back in the absolutely. Absolutely. But anyway, you really have to pay attention to what's going on around here. You know what I mean? And yeah, right, Lady Tia said it's the truest on the statue for me. Is it symbolic of bloodshed? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why they decided to photograph it that way. Lady Tia. I don't know if it looks like that every day. But I found this photo, online on Google, and I found it very interesting. The tears running down his face. You know what I mean? And so Elle said, I love Chicago, but I definitely see what you mean. Yeah, you got to think about it. Chicago is also one of the most segregated cities in America. Sheba says, if you're murdered on the streets of New Orleans, the city helps pay for your birth. Is that right? Is that right, Sheba? I didn't know that. Oh wow. Oh wow. Now we know that you really don't know when it comes to New Orleans. Amen. Lord have mercy. It's a lot going on. But as far as Chicago, I just want to mention that a little bit. Some people might not even know, as when it comes to Black history, referencing Black history. I don't even think a lot of people realize that Chicago was founded by a Black man in the 1700s. But here he is. His name is John Baptiste Dusable. Dusable. I know I'm mutilating his last name. Do you see what I'm saying? But it's just my accent, whatever. But it was founded by a Black man. But you have to ask yourself, how did this Haitian, why did they allow this Haitian to found Chicago? Why? You know what I mean? And why is all of this? Why is it the murder capital of the world? Are they really being sacrificed? Do you see what I'm saying? I've seen a video of them talking about Chicago a long time ago in the Masonic Temple, and how a lot of these gangs are in these secret societies. A lot of gangs in Chicago in particular, they're really in these secret societies. That's right, Miss Honey. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, right? But against demons and principalities that dwell in dark places or high or low places. You're right about that, Miss Honey. You're absolutely right. And with so much going on in this world right now, I think that the evil is flying free, and you really have to guard your heart. And you really have to guard your heart. You got to guard your eyes, because eyes is the past, is the Scientologists in Chicago now. The eyes, when it comes to this internet thing, the eyes, they say it's the window to the soul, right? And you really have to be careful of what you're watching on this internet. You see some things, if you don't keep your moral compass intact, if you don't stop yourself from falling by the wayside, when it comes to what you see on the internet, that's why you get people acting so crazy. I done went out a couple of times, but never think that I will allow anything to enter my soul via my eyes. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people don't realize that what you watch can really be affecting you. You know, and I don't. And there's a reason why they call the internet this grand social experiment. Here's another picture of the bust. I just want to show y'all that. Y'all can Google this information right here. Google this information so you can read up on this Haitian-born Black man founding the city of Chicago. You see what I'm saying? And but all that demonic energy swirling around Chicago, it's crazy. It's too much going on in the world right now. If you pay attention to it, they're thinning the herd. We got the virus still swirling around here. The hotter it gets, the stronger the Delta variant gets. If you're paying attention to what's going on, they got people thinking. A lot of people in their ignorance think that the virus is pretty much over with because they lifted so much stuff, and when actually the Delta variant, they said it's to account, right? The cases are rising all over the place, right? And they said that 83% of the COVID cases are due to this Delta variant. You know what I mean? And people have to really be careful. They're getting rid of, in some places they're laxing COVID restrictions and stuff like that because they kind of have to, because the economy is so bad, right? And early on they were saying they were hoping for herd immunity. And how are you going to hope for herd immunity when every time you think you've got this virus under control, it replicates itself and it gets stronger. Yes, his name is Jean Baptiste. Jean Baptiste. His last name is Dusable. D-U space S-A-B-L-E. I don't think I can see that real good. I put the bust on my maybe on my as my thumbnail so you can get a better picture. Sharice. Not over. Yeah, no, no. It's definitely not over. It's just stronger than ever. Jean Jean Baptiste. Baptiste. Point Pointe Dusable. That's his name. Could y'all not see it on the bus? Hold on a minute. But anyway, I put it on my let me find something else. This picture right here. Can you see his name right there? Try to take a screenshot of this photo and you can see his name. It's on the plaque. You can see his name. Okay? And just Google search it. It'll pop right up. Because this is a Google photo right here. I just want y'all to, see who he was. So anyway, you just wrote it down. Okay, Linda. Yeah, Google search it, please. Talking about you read about him in college. Just thank you, Linda. And so they won't catch me slipping. I don't trust I go. When it comes to the yeah, well, the reason why I want to talk about that, the reason why I don't even know how that popped in my mind. Well, no, I do know why it popped in my mind. That was part of my commentary. Because like I said, we see this Delta variant. It's coming on stronger. Kids are going back to school. Some states are maintaining mask mandates. Some states are not. And like I said, they were hoping to bring about some sort of herd immunity. But my thing, how can you bring about herd immunity? I think I don't think this is a nature-born virus. In my opinion, allegedly, I'm saying this is not a nature-born virus. This is not because a bat bit a pig and somebody ate the pig or whatever, and here go the virus. I don't think that's what happened. A lot of people don't think that's what happened. You know what I mean? And so because of that, we are not able to reach some sort of herd immunity, right? Not like they wanted us to reach. And herd immunity is simply your body starts fighting off the virus naturally. Because your own immune system is fighting off the virus, and they were hoping that would be triggered in a lot of people, right? And to the point to where I don't know what's going on with some of these school systems, but some of the school systems around here are saying that if your child got the vaccine, that he don't have to wear a mask to school. That's what they were saying at first, right? And they didn't see. Yes, it's on my community wall, Sharice. That Nightline report is on my community wall, right? And so so I think that I don't know if they think my thing is when they go to the schools and schools going to start back up, right? And you know that if you're under 12, you can't take the vaccine anyway. The kids can't be given the vaccine. There is no vaccine for kids under 12. My thing is, why would you then not necessarily to require them in some states not require elementary school kids to mask up? Now some states are, some states aren't. You know what I mean? You just really got to go by your better judgment. But are they doing some kind of a herd immunity experiment on our kids? When you telling people that your kids, your young ones, the elementary age kids don't have to wear a mask? Is this you know the scientists doing an experiment on our kids, hoping that if the kids are exposed to it when they go back to school, it'll jumpstart some type of herd immunity? Like, you really have to ask yourself what's going on with that situation. You know what I mean? And do y'all remember when it was back in 2020, it was a little while ago. People, I got a good little kiki out of it too. But the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control, on the website, they entered they had a section on there, how to survive a zombie apocalypse, right? And I thought it was just a good little kiki, a good play on words, you know what I mean? But I think that they were really trying to tell us something. Because we know that in the movie, we have seen time and time again, honestly, we've seen plenty of movies about viruses over the years and all of this and all that. It's to the point to where even the animals, if you're paying attention, y'all know I live in the South. I live at the bottom of a mountain, right? So you got a lot of birds and bobcats and a whole lot of wildlife. Hey, A class, how you doing? Catching it from their kids? Yeah, absolutely. And so, even the animals are more aggressive, this winter. Some people might not, realize it, but we've had a lot of animal attacks, around here in my area, this year, much more, than ever before. And I remember, and when I started hearing about, thank you, Lady Tia. Thank you for that's his name, y'all. Jean Baptiste. I'm mutilating his name. That's his name though. Lady Tia got it in the comment section. Let me put it. The founder of Chicago. This is his name, y'all. That's his name. Just Google that name, and a whole lot of information to come up about him. Right? That's his name. I put it on the screen. Thank you, Lady Tia. So anyway, I seen this movie. It was a series. I don't know if it was ABC or NBC. It was a couple of years ago. Did y'all see this movie about these animals? There's a virus going around, right? And it had the animals going crazy. It was named Zoo something. And I think it's on Netflix now, but I can't hardly remember that. But the show got real crazy. I even start thinking that I'm thinking that they was trying to tell us something. Yes, I seen it on TV. Miss Honey said the life expectancy numbers are way down for the first time in many years. I saw it on the news this morning. I think I saw it on Good Morning America, when they said, you seen it, Lex? Yeah, it's still on the website. I'm going to show you. They said the life expectancy um rate fell dramatically last year, and it hadn't fallen that low since World War II. You're right about that, Miss Honey. I saw it this morning. And yes, also animals are starting to eat food they usually don't. Well, yeah, I mean they're foraging. So that's the name of it. It's called Zoo. Yeah, it was. I saw a couple of episodes of it. It was called Zoo. To where it was some kind of virus going around, and they had the animals acting real crazy and all of this and all of that. Do you see what I'm saying? And animals that usually eat plants are starting to eat meat. Wow, that's crazy, right? So anyway, let me pull up this last little thing for y'all. So yeah, but like I said, the animals are more aggressive this year. You do have a lot more people, going to places like the Smoky Mountains and places like that. And I don't know what people thinking. Some people really think that these animals are these, like you might see a baby bear. Like if you're from upstate or somewhere, or you ain't doing your research, you think it's real cute to feed the animals, to come close to the animals, to want to touch the animals. You can lose your life touching a bear cub, okay? So I don't even know what that's about, trying to feed the bear cub. Like, you shouldn't have no food in your car. Your car doors can get ripped, your whole car can get ripped apart by a bear if it's hunting for food and it gets the scent of food in your car. I mean, and wildlife is nothing to play with, right? And so I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with that, but we've seen a lot of animal attacks, you know. And it's because people take they ain't nothing to play with. Just let me say that, right? Even to the point to where you don't go near no wildlife to me, girl. Even to the point to where birds have you might have one or two birds, coming down to, a suburban neighborhood. But there've been far more birds venturing further and further out of the wilderness this year. And I think it's because more and more people are invading their space. It's a problem. You should not do that. Leave the wildlife to the wildlife, And so let me, child, let me show y'all this right here. Ooh, honey, right. A bird can knock down your door to your house. You know what I mean? And so when we talking about the CDC thing, this right here is on the CDC website. Right here, no, here it is. This right here, if y'all can see it, is on the CDC website. Y'all can go to the CDC.gov and look up zombie how to survive the zombie apocalypse, right? So they got this thing about how to gather together these emergency kits and stuff, right? And it says assemble the following items to create a kit for your home, your office, your school, or your vehicle. And it tell you some things to put in your kit. And this is just a little piece of it, right? And there's a lot of stuff on there. If y'all can see, it's got stuff like, of course, water and food and the flashlight and the batteries. It's got something like extra money and a whole lot of stuff on there, right? This is actually still on the website, on the CDC website, and this is your zombie apocalypse kit. Okay, and so, but yeah, people thought it was a good little kinky, but they were serious. They talk about stocking up on non-perishable goods and all of this and all that. And we are really since the pandemic kicked into high gear, we really had an issue with a food shortage, and I think it's getting worse. You know what I mean? A little bit at a time, it's getting worse, and people really need to be stocking up on their non-perishable goods, their water, the things they need for like a kit, like a what do you call it, an emergency, kit, a health kit, or whatever you call it, a first aid kit. Just extra cash and all of this and all that, even extra gas. Like you might have a generator. It's just really time. We talked about this at the onslaught of the virus on my channel. How people need to, prepare and stock up for things, and consider getting yourself a firearm or two if you don't have one, because we don't know how bad it's going to get. Because clearly, we have not reached herd immunity around here. Okay, and so anyway, I seen this little article. I think this was from USA Today, and it was just a few things. Let me try to get rid of. I can't get rid of Lady T's comment. Let me try to find it. I want y'all to see that. But I found this little article because it was just telling about what was on the website, on the CDC website. Hold on a minute. Yeah, Doomsday Kit. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Just telling you some things you need to start trying to. Ronnie Q says new diseases killing wildlife that hunters regularly hunt and eat like deer. Wasting disease can pass. Yeah, it can pass on to humans. Absolutely. I think the animals are getting affected with it because they're acting more crazy than usual. You know, and that's just how I see it. Got to pay attention. Yeah, it's still on the CDC website, and so yeah, we got a food sort. Here we go. Let me try to do this. Okay, so what it says was, and they're talking about the zombie apocalypse kit, right? How to prepare for zombies or any other type of disaster. Create an emergency kit with essentials to last a few days. Shoot, more than a few days for as long as you can, right? And it says The kit should include a gallon of water per day uh, for each person, non-perishable food items, medications, tools and supplies, sanitation and hygiene products, clothing and bedding, important documents for first aid supplies. And it says the CDC says. You see what I'm saying? And it goes on. I just found that article with just a little things that were on the CDC website, and that's what it was. And the other part of it says, next, you should create an emergency plan when a zombie or a hurricane is outside. It's pretty much a, a emergency kit for natural disasters. But they was, calling it zombie that, zombie apocalypse or whatever. But really, they ain't far from the truth because a lot of us right now, if we ain't the walking dead already, we gon' be. You know what I mean? If you don't go from the COVID, you can go from something else. A lot of people's mentals are all just people and animals. It's acting real crazy right now. If you pay attention to what's going on, and a lot of people got pet just like the animals are going crazy. It seems like short people are as well. I seen a movie. Have you ever seen that movie called? It's an M Night Shyamalan movie, and it was what's the name of that movie? Nature turned on us. Nature turned on the humans. You know what I mean? It would be this little breeze of wind going by, and if you was caught up in that wind, I think either you was dead or drove crazy or something like that. But I don't think that it's nature that's turning on us. Nature is going to survive. You know what I mean? Irregardless. And we are animals. Us humans are at the top of the food chain, but we are animals still. We are the at the top of the food chain because we can critically think and we can decipher and we know what's going on, right? Also, we think we know what's going on, right? But because of that, um, I think that as time goes on and if things don't ease up, I think things are going to be even more desperate, and I think it's going to get worse. Like I really do before it gets better, you know. And so it's scary. It's a scary time, y'all, in my opinion. The Happening. Is that the name of the L? Thank you. When nature turned on us. You know what I mean? Trying to save itself. I hope a deep freezer in my basement. You have a deep freezer in your basement in the garage. I heard Ronnie Q said there is a company that is making big money making luxury bunkers. Yes, for the rich that can live underground for 20 years. Yes, I've heard of that, Ronnie Q. Yep, with fresh air and water. Yes, they put these bunkers in the desert, and they real elaborate. They real nice, and I let yes, Ronnie Q. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Maria says my grandmother used to say every year has its number. Yeah, absolutely. So he said, Olivia, did you hear about the monkeypox being reported? No, no, I haven't. I haven't heard about that. The monkeypox. I have to Google it. No, I don't even know what that is. Yeah, but if y'all haven't seen that movie, The Happening, y'all ought to watch it, okay? Elle said I actually liked that movie. It was called The Happening. World War Z and Contagion are two of the most realistic movies about zombies. Yeah, but you know what? The zombies, they full of makeup and all of this and all of that. But I think we are the zombies right now. We walking around right now. Like for real. Waiting for the power grid to go down or the water to be contaminated, as things get worse and worse. And the reason why, there's so much, there's so many, if you want a job right now in this country, you can find it. I mean, there's a surplus of jobs right now. But my thing is, part of the reason why there's such a surplus of jobs right now, it's not because people don't want to go back and work in these brick and mortar places. It's how many people have we really lost to this pandemic already. You see what I'm saying? A man contracted in Nigeria, and they're saying as far as you should still take extra care of yourself and be extra cautious, even if you're fully vaccinated. They're still recommending that you wear your mask. It was one guy, I forgot who he is. He was an actor or something like that. He's fully vaccinated, and he still caught COVID. You know what I mean? He's saying it's not as bad as they're saying it's not as bad as it could be if you're not vaccinated. And it may not kill you, but you still can contract the COVID virus even after you've been fully vaccinated, you know. And so he creep you out, Cloud. And so we absolutely should all have an emergency food supply. Non-perishable goods. You know, if you got an electric can opener, get yourself one of them handheld can openers. You know, as much bottled water. You know, your toiletry items, your toilet paper. You know, a lot of paper plates or paper towels. You know, did I say non-perishable goods? Yeah, that. You know, it's a whole lot of stuff. We ain't rich, but we can still try to be prepared, and be prepared to defend yourself, defend your home and your possessions. Do you see what I'm saying? Because we haven't seen the movies. What happens when the power grid goes down? People have been preparing for this forever. You know, and so yeah, yes, absolutely. The best thing is to be able to be mobile. Even if you're mobile, you still even if you go on the road, if you be mobile, Ronnie Q, what is it that you're going to run into? You have to be prepared for whatever it is that you're going to encounter or whoever it is that you're going to encounter. And so yeah, but I agree. Yeah, yeah. Let me go back on. She said there is a movement of off the grid of converted school buses, homes, and RVs too, ready for doomsday. Absolutely, absolutely. There's something else I want to read. Avoid foods that are full of salt because they will make you want to drink more water. That absolutely, absolutely. There's a good piece of advice. Thank you for that. Lots of preparation channels on YouTube teach and provide tips. Is that right? And then you should always. I don't even know if it's safe to do it. No, but a lot of people don't know how to hunt. A lot of people don't know how to fish. You know what I mean, and things of that nature. And those things could come in handy as well. Cause you'd be surprised at how easily really it would be for our infrastructure to just topple around us, and so it may seem like the CDC was being real flip and calling it how to prepare yourself for a zombie apocalypse, but they were talking about how to prepare yourself for a horrific catastrophic event, like they said hurricanes, and the only thing they can like it to is like hurricanes and tornadoes and stuff, but it's something greater, it's something worse than a hurricane or a tornado, like our whole infrastructure falling. What would we do then? I'm scared to eat from the rivers now. See, that's the thing too, Ronnie Q. A lot of people, it's popular. These seafood boils and stuff, they are popular. Just one example, they're popular with a lot of people right now, right? I want to know how much of this shrimp and a whole lot of this other stuff, how much of this stuff is coming from anywhere close to where Fukushima had a meltdown? Because we know Fukushima, that nuclear power plant, that pretty much was destroyed itself, for however reason it did over on the Asian continent, it polluted a whole lot of the oceans and stuff. So how much Fukushima radiation is in these fish and stuff? That you're eating. You got to pay attention to that too. You know, not only is it safe, not safe, pretty much. I mean, if you go there, everything you can be contaminated. Even the vegetables that grow out the ground can be contaminated. We don't know. I've been in many natural disasters, and I have an emergency action plan. I know that's right. They are doing one big social experiment on us. Is that right, A class? Invest in solar generators. Yeah, it's still leaking, right? Fukushima is still leaking. Yeah, you're right about that. Right, and the gas fire in the ocean too. Right, all of that. Our oceans have been contaminated. All these oil spills and all of this and all of that. It's just crazy. It's crazy. They're doing it. I read that. Thyroid cancer is rampant due to Fukushima. Wow. Wow. What are they doing, A class? I know they said they was gonna open the or loosen the travel restrictions or something like that. Is that what you're talking about, y'all? Cause y'all know, A class is across the pond, y'all. That's what A class is. She's across the pond, and so yeah, they have taken away our restrictions. Have they? A class I seen on TV where because they're hoping for herd immunity. That's the reason why they're taking away the restrictions. Because they're hoping for herd immunity. They're hoping that our immune system will begin to naturally be able to fight off the COVID. That's what they're hoping for. You know, that's what they're hoping for, in my opinion. They've even talked about herd immunity. That's why they so lax when it comes to these schools and stuff. They're hoping they want to see what's going to happen with the kids and stuff. But it's just, oh Lord, oh Lord. Like I said, you got to do what's best for you. It's so much more than deciding whether you're going to take the vaccine or not. It's so much deeper than that. You know what I mean? And she said, yes, but herd immunity is not going to. Now, I don't think it is, A class. I agree. I don't think it is. I think they don't think it is. Not really. Maria says, doesn't the Bible say not to eat anything that crawls on the bottom of the ocean floor? Well, yeah, yes, it does, Maria. But, like I said, a lot of people are into the seafood boils right now and stuff. All this and all that. And so, yeah, yeah. You're right about that, Cloud. I agree. My daughter was supposed to study abroad in Scotland, but they stopped the abroad program, and I'm happy because I still don't trust this pandemic. Wow, wow, wow! I don't even see. They didn't even. I don't even think they should be having the Olympics in Tokyo. You know, I really don't. But okay. Robert said, Ronnie Q, I was just watching the Japanese tsunami videos, and that Fukushima meltdown will be affecting us for decades, forever. And yes, absolutely. Absolutely. It was already training for zombies, through the show with zombies, already telling us what is coming. Right. That, what do you call it? The Walking Dead? Absolutely. Absolutely. And so yeah, I agree with that. Sure do. Heavy Russell, we also should have dried fruits, powdered milk, and bottled water for emergencies. Absolutely, I agree, everywhere. I do. It says because that's not how herd immunity works. If it was a possibility, we would be much further along by now. Right, since most people have caught it before. Absolutely, L, I agree. I agree. Like it's not nature born. It's not a nature born virus. In my opinion, allegedly, that's just how I think. I'm not psychic, but I just feel in my gut that it's not a nature born virus. That is why herd immunity, they can't jumpstart it. It's not a nature born virus. But I'm not the only one that speculated that. Like I said, I got a video on my wall right now, on my community wall, of a very, very interesting a scientist in China, and they call her the Bat Woman or Bat Lady or something like that. Y'all scroll down my community wall and look at that Nightline report about that woman. And so for that reason, it led me to believe that allegedly or possibly, in my opinion alone, not nobody else's, but in my opinion, it doesn't seem to be a nature born virus. And a lot of people don't believe that, not just me. They're literally forcing us to take the vaccine. Oh, are they forcing y'all in the UK? Really? Oh wow. Oh wow. Maybe birds egg. And even if you take the vaccine, you can still contract the virus. They say it won't get that bad and it won't be as bad and maybe it won't kill you, but you still can contract it, you know. And so yeah, you still can contract it. You still can affect other people with it, and all of this and all that. So yeah, yeah, yeah. In my city, there's a lot of vegans, and if I had to eat if I had to eat humans to survive, the vegans would be on my. Oh Lord, I heard that. Child, Monica said, well, the vaccine does not contain any of the virus. No, it doesn't. This is the first vaccine that alters the RNA. Yeah, yeah, we done had that. We done had that discussion. So herd immunity will not work. Yeah, absolutely. I think they're hoping for it because they're grasping at straws, but clearly, you know what I mean. And I was looking at, I think, World News Tonight or something. And when they were talking about put some kind of sanctions on China or something like that, or holding them accountable for something. I mean, there's just like a lot going on. But anyway, that's my take on it. It's just how, like I said, whatever you choose to do when it comes to this virus, just be prepared. Whether you take the vaccine, don't take the vaccine, what you should do, whatever you choose to do. Whatever you choose to do, number one, do what's best for you. And number two, don't act like we're not still actively in the midst of a global pandemic. Because we are, and we know that the COVID cases have surged, and it's a lot. People are still dying. It's just gotta be careful. Do whatever's best for you. But be safe. Whatever you choose to do, that's what I feel about it. Follow your own heart and your mind and your critical thinking skills, and take off the rose-colored glasses and see what's going on in the world for real. Don't follow blindly off the side of a cliff. Don't do that. You know, it's just crazy to me. Communist says, fell back down. Oh, fell back down to say, I agree with you, Miss O. Matter of fact, my kids will not be going back to school because hold on, school because they're not vaccinated. So I'll be homeschooling again next year. I know my little bitty nephew, the 7-year old, he's going to do the homeschool again. But my teenage nephew, we got two teenagers, and a 12-year old, they're going back to school, but the little ones are not going back to school. And my 7-year old nephew, he's got asthma real bad, and so yeah, he's doing online school again this summer. And I hate it for the babies most of all, like I really do. Mexican says it's a lot of protests in Australia, UK, Germany. I think Cuba. Too many. They're making the vaccine mandatory. Oh wow. Oh yes, protesting popping up in a lot of these countries and stuff. And so yeah, you homeschooling to Cherise. Says my loved ones are refusing to shot. Really? And I'm mentally prepared for the. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. That's all right, A class. That's all right. Take your time. But anyway, y'all. I think that's it. But these were just a few things that I want to share with you guys today. I haven't been I'm sporadic in my stuff. Y'all know how they go. But thank y'all for sticking with me, child. When I do decide to come on or whatever. Uh I appreciate you guys. Let me take that off. I don't know. I didn't realize I had it on there that long. I forgot all about it. But yeah, these are just a few things that I've been thinking about. And yeah, South Africa been protesting. It's protests going on all over. I think that whether people are verbalizing it or not, I just really think that there's an undertone of really trepidation and really fear. May be expressing it, in a lot of different ways, but at the end of the day, we are all afraid of what's going on via this pandemic. You know. Thank you, Chloe. I love you too. Thank you. Going to watch the replay. Thank you, A class. Pay attention, y'all. This is why the military is coming back to the absolutely. Martial law will be put into play, and not only because of martial law, Sheba baby. I think that military. I think everybody it's time to come home because of what's going on, and they don't know what's gonna pop out next. If you need your military in your own country, do you see what I'm saying? Everybody got to get their stuff together in their own country, right now. Because G Dollar said fill out the bushes to say, uh, wait What it do, Miss O? Chat. Oh, how you doing? Thank you. Yeah, I think that and hey, Miss Alfred, how you doing? I think that I'm from the side. Trust me, the demons flying out you. Oh yes, I can believe it. Yes, you're always very informative. That's why I write. Thank you, Communist. Like I said, I agree with that, Trenta. I agree. I think that the reason why, at the end of the day, the military was called home, our military was called home from Iraq, is because they're having to build their forces. You know, there's something else going on. You know, they need the troops back here on our land. And if that wasn't the case, I think that we still would be over there, but because of this pandemic, it is imperative that these countries, you know, build up their own forces or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Because who knows what's going to pop off? Like I said, you know, if you can kind of look at things going the way they're going right now, how many more years can this world, you know, contain this type of strain? How can your countries keep dealing with this type of strain year after year? You see what I'm saying? Something's got to give, and something is going to give eventually. You see what I'm saying? And can you believe the whole world could possibly be brought down by a freaking pandemic? Ain't that something? Not a nuclear bomb, a pandemic. Wow, that's crazy, right? When you think about it, you know. And so yeah. I know that's right, Mia S. Thank you. She said, Miss O. My grand told me from now on, stay ready, right? I just finally brought jumper cables for my car. Put a blanket in there. And two waters in it, right? I definitely wasn't ready for the pandemic, right? Right. It's just time to, you know, stock up. You know, like I said, there's a few food shortage going on. You know, definitely when it comes to meat. You see what I'm saying? Do you really wanna I'm waiting in and on God, period. I heard they call me that. Uh uh you know, there's nothing wrong with stocking up you some extra water. Like I said, non-perishable goods, you know, and so yeah, the world leaders we have now most of the, I agree with that A class. But like I said, I you know, I think that they are preparing for something, you know, something that we clearly don't know nothing about. We don't know the specifics, but you're a critically thinking person that you'd be like, well, okay, it makes sense that they call the troops home. It makes sense. You know, I get it, and I don't think it's necessarily because of martial law. Like I really not ruling out that as a possibility, you know, but the world leaders are preparing for something else, you know, and so it's just crazy. It's crazy. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get off of here. I didn't even mean to be on here 2.5 hours. Yeah, but we covered a lot of conversations. And Miss Honey said, and keep your business to yourself. Absolutely. Um, there are a lot of predators and vultures watching their way. You got that right. Uh-huh. Yes, absolutely. Viruses replicate often. Yes, yes. So the vaccine was created last so the vaccine was created last year. So that will prevent the original version so that will prevent the original version of COVID, but I don't think it's going to help with other variants that are what. But anyway, I agree with that. I'm gonna say allegedly, but you know, yeah, I agree. Uh huh. But anyway, like I said, y'all, I'm finna get off here. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I appreciate it. I know we went from talking about one thing to ended up talking about this, but y'all know how I do it. I just feel like I want to come on and you know, it's developing. It's part of the reason I felt like I just want to come on and have a little convo today, right? And so, yeah. I hope y'all got something out of this video. Please hit the like button on your way out the door. Please consider, if you will, hit that subscribe button as well as that share button, maybe even that join button. You never know what I'm gonna pop up. Shoot. I don't even know when I'm gonna pop up. Okay. You have a wonderful day too, Lady Tia. I don't know when I'm gonna pop up. But you best believe whenever I pop up, we're gonna have something to talk about. You know what I mean? And we got a lot to talk about today. Thank you guys for going down the Kenneka, the Justice for Kenneka Jenkins rabbit hole with me again today. Because, like I said, every once in a while, um, I just be falling down the rabbit hole. I don't I can't even. Thank you, A class. I can't even make no excuse. It's just when I start thinking about it, I fall down the rabbit hole. If y'all been you Lady Tia in A class and a few other Cloud, a few other people can tell you that every once in a while you'll get a Kenneka Jenkins video out of me, R. Kelly video or Nature Boy video. I got a couple of rabbit holes that I be slipping and falling in sometimes. You know what I mean? And it just be happening. Now next time we gotta come back and talk about, the light of Bill Cosby before I go, being released from prison. What's gonna happen with R. Kelly? I thought we were gonna come back and talk about that. Because I've been hearing some things about R. Kelly. Could he be released on a technicality like Bill Cosby? And what does that mean for his peoples? Okay? But anyway, we're gonna have to have that conversation when I come back. Cause I'm about to slip down in that rabbit hole too. That rabbit hole too. I'm trying not to, but ooh, there's been a lot going on with that. Lisa, Miss Olivia, I was obsessed with that. Yeah, every once in a while, KJ, that's right, Lady T, you will never be, yeah, you know what I mean? You will never be forgotten, and so, yeah. But, okay, A class. But yeah, that's it, y'all. I'm gonna get off here. And, but yeah. I want to also, uh, they say, they said Mrs. Cosby ever had a ring on. But until the day, oh, is that what they say? She ain't had a ring on? Child, Mrs. Cosby ain't going nowhere. Maybe her finger swole. She old, child. Miss Cosby ain't going nowhere. She had an opportunity to go somewhere when her man was incarcerated. She ain't going nowhere. Okay? And so, yeah. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed you guys. Thank you for being so interactive with me. I appreciate it. It means a lot. And I'm getting ready to go. Okay? Copy that saying this getting eviler and eviler out here. Y'all that's right. Protect your spirit above all else. Protect your spirit. I was trying to talk about that earlier, called me that, but I've been getting you a best lady to a sidetrack. But yeah, you have to go, especially when it comes to this internet. You have to watch what it is that you're watching. You know what I mean? Because if you don't realize what's going on, you welcome Ronnie Q. If you don't realize what's going on, you don't never know what is going to enter your soul via what you see on the screen. Guard your energy, guard your heart and guard your soul, and be able to fight off, be aware of these demons and principalities, that we're dealing with. Because you clearly not fighting with flesh and blood, on the internet. You clearly fight with demons and principalities. And don't you ever think that because of something that you see on this screen right here can't affect you. Don't think that. You know what I mean? And so, cause it can. But anyway, on that note, for real, y'all, I gotta go. I'll talk to you guys later. Love you guys so much. Like I said, please hit the like button if you haven't, and consider hitting the subscribe button, and maybe even that share button. And I'm gonna talk to you guys later. I love you all. Y'all be safe. And if you haven't heard all the video, please hit that replay button as well. I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Love y'all. Bye bye. Peace.